The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
This is a big week for Aaron Glenn. We'll talk about exactly why when Ryan Sampson from the Gangs All Here podcast joins us. That and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our final show until we head to Tampa. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
We have to look at that. Watch the tape. Apparently, I didn't have the guys ready to play. And it's not okay. You still have to fix those problems that you saw on tape.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines of every game and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, here on a Friday, show number 2 on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to be in Tampa, another reminder, our happy hour Saturday party at Gaspar's Patio Bar and Grill is tomorrow. It starts at 5. Stay as long as you want. Fireman Ed will be there. Super Bowl III champion Earl Christie will be there. A bunch of members from the Jets beat are supposed to be there. Plus, our guys, Will Parkinson and Robbie Sabo, will be in the house. So if you're coming to Tampa or you know any Jet fans who are going to this game on Sunday, spread the word and let them know the place to be is at Gaspar's tomorrow night, partying with a bunch of awesome Asmaniacs and diehard Jet fans. Let's say hello to a diehard Jet fan. He's the co-host of the Gangs All Here podcast with the New York Post. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Sampson joins us now. Ryan, how we feeling?
Jake, man, appreciate you as always for bringing me on. Love talking Jets football with you as always. Even though it wasn't the start we wanted. Listen, man, we're in the season. We're week 3. Tough game against Tampa, but I'm excited as always to watch my Jets football team.
It will be Tyrod Taylor at quarterback, not Justin Fields. And I think at least for a 1-game sample, Ryan, I know you and I mentioned this off air. I don't know if that's the worst thing because while Fields certainly has the higher ceiling, we saw what that could potentially look like if he hits his peak in week 1. I think this is such a big game. I almost need to know what I'm getting from my quarterback. And I know Tyrod Taylor, if protected, could play the position at a competent level. And Fields last week was so bad. I feel like Tyrod in this spot at 0-2 is not the worst thing, all things considered.
No, it's not a bad take from you, Jake. I mean, look, Tyrod has been around the league for a long time. He's a high-quality backup for this exact reason. When your starter goes down, you can rely on Tyrod to give you a couple starts if you need him and give you a chance to win some football games. I think that's what the Jets are looking for in here. Just give us a chance to be in this game late. Maybe we get a couple plays going our way. Maybe they can actually create a turnover for once, and Tyrod can help them win a football game. That's what Tyrod was brought in previous regime-wise, to be a high-quality backup. He's highly paid to do this. He's a professional. They call him Swaggy in there in the locker room. The guys respect him clearly. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to be ultra professional here. He's going to be able to deal from the pocket. You're going to see Garrett Wilson get peppered with targets. I'm interested to see how he does operate the Tanner Engstrand offense because I still think, Jake, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I think they're going to try and run the hell out of the football still no matter what because a lot of the offense predicates off what they can do with the run between Brees and Braylon.
It's going to be fascinating to see what exactly the offense looks like. You know, it's interesting just going through some of the numbers. Tyrod, 28-1 in his career. If you look at his all-time passing numbers and where that would rank in Jets history, he'd be one of the best quarterbacks ever. So the knock on him has been durability, not the ability to actually play the position. So hopefully he stays healthy because I know you guys were talking about this on your podcast yesterday. We're now 1 hit away from Brady Cook potentially having to come into this game on Sunday.
Yeah, that was part of the question that I had for Kaz, and I told Frankie, I'm like, listen, man, like this is the reality of the situation. The Jets, I think, knew what they were signing up for when they brought in Justin Fields. While he's been relatively healthy for his career, he's a running quarterback. He's gonna get hurt. It's part of the position. Look at what happened with Jaden Daniels in Washington. You run a lot as a quarterback. You're making yourself prone to hits. It just happens. Your body wears down. And this happens with Justin, where you could argue it's one of the worst like injuries you can have in terms of his concussion, and he can always be concussed again later in the season if he takes another hard hit. There's a danger there, so you kind of have to let the brain heal no matter what. And then you know that Tyrod Taylor is your backup. You're like, hey, it's a highly paid quarterback to be our backup quarterback. He's making good money. We expect him to keep us competitive. Tyrod's not the most healthy quarterback in the world as well. Guy dealt with a knee injury we didn't know about in training camp, had to get surgery. He looked pretty good last week, all things considered, coming a couple weeks off of knee surgery, but that guy's had injury-prone history as well. So, yeah, you're one hit away from Brady Cook, undrafted rookie, playing quarterback for the New York Jets.
It really is amazing just how this could be one of those years that we've seen in Jets history where you get that 3-4 quarterback season. The one thing I'll say about last year, as bad as it was, Rodgers did make all 17 starts. He was the first Jet quarterback to do that since when? Like, I mean, you got to go probably back to
Fitzpatrick. Did he make all 16?
I think Gino had to come in for Fitz for a game, but I think maybe Fitz ended up starting.
I think he started all games, didn't he, that year?
I know Fitz left the game and Gino came in against the Raiders, I think, that year, but I think you're right. That might have been the last time. So we're kind of used to this. And unfortunately, to your point with Fields, he has missed some time in his career. He's never played a full 16 or now 17 game season. So we will see. If you're watching live right now, click the thumbs up button. That's the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are presented by FanDuel. Here's your latest look at the line for Sunday, Ryan. Jets are a 6.5 point underdog on FanDuel. There's some other places where you could find 7, but just looking at how this line really has not moved much at all since the Tyrod Taylor news became official, I feel like this is about right. That said, there's some things that do point to the Jets making this a real game. The Bucs offensive line down 3 starters.
Yeah.
Week for Tampa. They have been 2-0 every year since 2020, and then they've lost that third game to fall to 2-1. They have not been 3-0 since 2005. Tyrod's been historically good as an underdog. I think the Jets, we learn a lot about Glenn with the effort we get and how prepared they are to go out there and play Sunday, but you have to imagine they feel embarrassed by what they did last week against Buffalo, and they're going to be rip-roaring, ready to go. So
there's got to be a personal pride there, right, Jake? Like, for the defensive part, like, that's been the most shocking part of this all, besides the Justin Fields and the offense being insanely high after week 1 and then on the lowest of lows last week. The defense has been poor, and that's putting it lightly. Like, they've been really bad. They could not stop the pass at all against Aaron Rodgers week 1. And then week 2, they couldn't stop the run. And I think what's shocking about it is that this is talent. There's talented players on this Jets defense. They're not littered with injuries. Now, Jermaine Johnson is out this week. You talk about 3 offensive linemen missing. You're arguably missing your best pass rusher. I know Will McDonald has not been like great against the run, and he's supposed to be one of your premier pass rushers. You need to see production out of him. Quentin Williams got to show up. Like, didn't really show up at all in the stat sheet last week. So you got Quincy Williams, you got Jamien Sherwood, both those guys. Like, Jamien's had a really rough season to start. Like, everyone keeps hammering him, and it's deservedly so. He's not been good at linebacker, considering he signed a 3-year extension this past offseason, got paid. He doesn't look like comfortable in this system, if I'm going to be honest with you, it's Steve Wilks. So I'm interested to see if he can have a bounce-back game. And then the secondary, Brandon Stevens. It's been a disaster signing for the Jets thus far, and I know it's only 2 games. Sauce, struggled a little bit last week. Can't let 3rd and 5 get converted on you. Josh Palmer and Mitch freaking Trubisky at quarterback for one play. Make a stop. And he had a penalty on that play too because he's getting handsy. Sauce being handsy. What else is new? So, look, man, 3 offensive linemen out. Quentin Williams should be eating this game. Will McDonald should have a sack this game. You have to get Baker to the ground. If you're not going to get Baker to the ground, this Buccaneers offense will carve you up. I am telling you right now, Baker's playing the best football of his career. I was impressed what he did in Houston last week. The guy you give him the ball no matter what situation, he's going to take you down the field and score. They got a good rushing attack. Bucky Irvin's a real dude. They got Rashad White, so they got a plethora of running backs. They got a decent tight end. And don't forget about Mike Evans and Emeka Ibuka. Like, these guys are legit weapons. So the Jets can have their hands full, man. Like, even though you're down 3 offensive linemen with the Bucs, like, you got to get a pass rush on Baker. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same situation you were week 1, where they're just going up and down the field at will, targeting Brandon Stevens, targeting Tony Adams. And the last thing, Jake, Can we make a friggin' tackle on third down? Can we make a tackle? That, again, is shocking to hear because what do we hear from Aaron Glenn and company all training camp? We're doing live tackling. We're doing drills. We're going after it. We're getting after it. We're doing live periods. We're really focusing on the fundamentals of tackling and being aggressive and making less mistakes there. It's been a disaster. Brandon Stevens, Tony Adams, Jamie Sherwood, these guys are taking poor routes and they're not wrapping these guys up and bringing them to the ground. So that's on coaching, getting the fundamentals right and getting these guys to actually get amped up and want to be in the game. Because last week I saw little to zero effort when in terms of bringing guys down. And James Cook had a field day against this Jets defense.
It was a huge problem. It certainly was alarming to me that a team with 8 of its 11 starters back and a defensive coach and an experienced defensive coordinator, that the defense has looked as bad as it has through the first 2 games. I thought the first game, it was all the secondary and linebackers. I thought the D-line played well. This past game, it was just a mess of really everything throughout that one, which is definitely concerning because while the Bucs are not the Bills, they're really good, even with their injuries up front. Baker's proven to be a top 10 guy in this league, so the Jets have to be ready. Now, as far as Aaron Glenn, though, Ryan, you're a big Aaron Glenn guy. You were very optimistic on this team going into the year. I think you had the Jets winning 9 or 10 games and potentially being a playoff team. 2 games in, are you concerned about Glenn? Kind of give us your state of the Aaron Glenn of it all as someone who was a big believer in Glenn going into this year.
Yeah, look, I won't lie to you. Maybe it's overreaction. I'm sure people have been labeling me that on social media and whatnot for my takes. But look, I liked what Aaron Glenn was preaching. Like I was being spoon-fed. Like I'm eating it up. Like, yes, I'm excited. Like he's going to coach these guys up. He's going to teach the fundamentals. He's going to correct the horrible, dumb penalties that we see this team constantly commit. He's going to make sure that, look, defensively, we're going to be sound. We're going to be good. Like we got a defensive coordinator that's been there, done that. And now he's going to be the head coach. We have a guy who's been a scout. I was buying all of it. But the things that you can control, in my opinion, as a coach, are getting these guys fundamentally sound and making sure that you correct the previous regime's mistakes. And to be honest with you, the messaging I'm hearing from Aaron Glenn now after 2 weeks, it's been very unimpressive and very poor reflection on him and what he's been able to do so far. I think Kaz brought up a really great point yesterday on Gangzo here. He talked about when coaches come here to be the head coach of the New York Jets, they're taking on more than just you're going to be the head coach of the New York Jets. You're taking on the longest playoff drought in NFL history. You're taking on a fan base that is dying for a winner. So when you preach to them, hey, we're the freaking New York Jets and we're built for this shit, like we're going to buy that. But you have to go out there and prove it. And I'm not saying be a playoff team. I'm not saying go win 10 games. But what I'm saying is be competitive. Last week was the exact opposite of that. Last week was Robert Saleh-esque loss where the team didn't even look like they were in it, Jake. They were down 10-0 after the Justin Fields fumble and the Bills go down and score again. I said the game's over. They're not in this game at all. They don't have any fight in them right now. And that to me is concerning because you have preached to us that you're going to get these guys going and that you're going to coach them like they've never been coached before. There's a lot of talent on that defense. That defense needs to step it up. Offensively, you're signing up for what you signed up for. We all knew Justin Fields was on this 3rd team in 3 years. There's a reason why he has really high games like he did week 1, and there's reasons why he looks like he did last week in week 2 where he didn't look like he threw a football. So you're signing up for that. You're trying to coach him out of those things. There's things that in my opinion, Aaron Glenn, the messaging he's given to the media and overall, I think to fans in these practice pressers, after the game pressers, I just feel like he's been very, I don't want to call it dismissive, but like almost like I know more than you guys. You don't know what's going on in this building. Like we got this, and the metaphors are really annoying. Like the big ship turning, the chopping the wood. I don't know, Jake. You tell me. That to me is turns me off as a fan. It's like don't be the Robert Saleh. Don't be the another Jets coach that's going to rely on the metaphor that this is going to take a while for us to turn this around. No, like say, I'm going to be better. We are going to be better. We sucked last week. I didn't have these guys prepared. And I know we said in the beginning, but then you continue on where you go on with the metaphors. It's like, don't go there, man. Just like, don't go there. You're giving the wrong message to the media and fans, in my opinion.
Well, the big thing I think is hypocritical is when they first got the job and they spoke, they said they were trying to win. They said, we're not rebuilding. Remember Quentin Williams had that tweet right away, oh, here comes another rebuild when they got rid of Rodgers. And Aaron Glenn said, that's nonsense. We're not rebuilding. We're trying to win. Well, then you can't sell to your fans more patience when this fan base has been so patient for the last 15 years. And I think what really hurts Glenn, and this is not his fault, this is just the reality of the situation. The previous regime, Joe Douglas was in year 6 of a 6-year deal. Like, Jet fans were beyond patient with that rebuild. We sat through the Adam Gase disaster to then allow Douglas to pick solid. Then we sat through the growing pains of Zach Wilson thinking eventually it was going to pay off and it was going to get better. It didn't work. They get Rodgers. We're thinking, okay, we have the team. We just needed the quarterback. He goes down 4 plays in. Miserable year. Last year, he's healthy for the most part. He plays every game. Like, all the PTSD of the last couple of years, that gets projected on Glenn, and he doesn't help his case with some of the metaphors and some of the stuff that you just outlined there.
Instant coffee, Jake. I can't believe he said that.
That's a solid quote.
Yeah, I can't believe he said that, man. Like, it's just, you're supposed to be above that, in my opinion. And that's where, again, I rely on someone like Brian Costello, who did know Bill Parcells a little bit, and he's like, look, I think he's trying to be Bill Parcells, but obviously he's trying to be himself. And clearly, like, the first 2 weeks have not been great in terms of how he's responded. You know, like, week 1 was tough. Like, that was a tough game to lose. It was a great field goal, the 60-yarder, the crazy bounce that DK Metcalf had. There were so many things that had to happen that they lost that football game. You write that one off and you're like, you know what? We gave a lot of effort and we'll correct the things on defense that we need to, but offensively, we really like what we did. But to come out so flat like they did at home against the Bills, Jake, that's so depressing, man. Like, just give me competitive football. That's what my expectation was for this team. Yeah, I mean, look, I did a whole segment on this yesterday about the quote that he had. It was about the big ship turning and the instant coffee. But then the fact that he mentions, look, we're going to pay attention and shut out the outside noise because the critiques are already coming after. Like, people are coming after him, like you and me. It's like, we're not coming after you. We're holding you to a high bar because that's the bar you asked us to hold you to when you first took this job. When you say that people that never played a down are ones talking all this noise and don't know what's going on in this building, I think it's a not a smart thing to say, right? Because people like us and I think other media members and other talking heads, like, they put in the work. We watch the game. We know what's a good football team is. We haven't seen one in a long time for this Jets franchise. So when we see one, that's when we're going to get excited. But when we see the same things continue to happen where guys are making dumb mistakes, penalties are happening, poor tackling, fundamentals aren't there. Offensively, they look inept again. They're playing behind the sticks always. Right? How many times do we have to watch, Jake? It's like the first or second drive and the Jets are in 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 15 already because the first play, it blew up in their face. It's those type of things we can see and we can quantify, right? And we could say, you know what? That's not a good football team right now. And I don't like what I'm seeing right now. So to say that when people are criticizing, you have to ignore that noise because they never played it down, I think it's disrespectful. Like, you're sending the wrong message, in my opinion. So I took offense to that. Yes. This week when he said that, I know people have been coming at me, been saying like, oh, you're way too emotional about this. It's like, well, yeah, I am a diehard Jets fan. I want to see this team succeed. I know you do as well, more than anything else. So when we see the same things happen again with a new regime, we're going to freak out, understandably, after 2 weeks.
Well, especially when he's talking about, the expectations. Everyone wants to win the Super Bowl, right? It's like, no, we didn't, man. Most Jet fans have this team winning 7 games. And then I would say, well, how is that a good year? And they'd say, well, there's not going to be any games that look like the Cardinals game last year. There's not going to be any games that look like the Bills game in Buffalo last year. And then it's game 2 after many in the media and the fans, not me, but many wanted to be positive about the Steelers game and be like, well, look what happened. They played great, but they lost. What did the moral victory do if you then follow that up with not even being competitive? See, I didn't pick them to win last week, Ryan.
Right.
If they lost a close game, I'm sure I'd be mad. But it wouldn't be what's happened this week where many in the fan base are like ready to jump off the bridge 2 games in, which is also too extreme. No one's saying that Aaron Glenn is a rookie coach, can't get better. But that's why I think as you look ahead to this game Sunday, how they look, how they play, how they start, this is an early season litmus test for Aaron Glenn and his tenure as the head coach of the Jets.
Couldn't agree more, man. Look, we all know the schedule lightens up tremendously later in this year. They're going to be playing the Panthers and some other garbage teams. Like the Dolphins are going to play in 2 weeks. They should be able to beat the Dolphins. Like, I know the Dolphins gave the Bills a real test this past Thursday, but like, the Dolphins are a disaster. If you want to talk about a real team that's in franchise and just dysfunction, that's the Miami Dolphins right now. But this is your chance against a very good team. Even though you have your backup quarterback in, go out there and just like I said, Jake, be competitive, be in the game. Give the team a chance in the fourth quarter to actually win or lose a football game, because that I think is what fans want, and we haven't seen in a very long time. I know that last year there were a lot of games that came down to the end, and it just never went their way because they didn't have a kicker or Rodgers threw a poorly timed interception at the end of the game. But like I don't know about you, man. I didn't feel like they had the right regime, like the head coach or whether it was Saleh or with Ulbrich. I really never thought the Jets were in those games. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they should have won week 1. I want more of that. And I just want the defense to look better. Take over a game. Create a turnover. They haven't created a turnover at all this year. Like, the ball just doesn't bounce their way. It's crazy.
Or they just drop an easy pick 6, like what happened in week 1 with Stevens.
They need a little bit of luck, like always, when it comes to football. But put your guys in the right positions and make some damn plays, man. Like you said, 3 offensive linemen are out, starters-wise. Your defensive line is still supposed to be your strength, even with Jermaine Johnson out. Go eat. Go eat. And for God's sakes, do not play Michael Clemens more than 50% of the snaps this weekend.
The Jets injury report, the final one before kickoff on Sunday, is out. We will get to that in a second. But first, let's do something awesome on a football Friday. It's been a tough week, Jet fans. Let's try and make someone's week a little better. How about a throwback Garrett Wilson jersey? That's right. We will give this away to one lucky Asmaniac at the end of the show. To enter, you have to gift a channel membership or send in a $10 super chat or higher. That is the way to enter. You can only gift a membership on the laptop or desktop. So if you want to play through your phone, send in a $10 super chat. You'll get 2 raffle tickets. But shout out to the Lup Man. He's the first to gift a 5 spot. He's the first in the Asmaniac raffle with this one here for 5.
Hello? You play to win the game.
He's playing to win the G5 jersey. Plus, shout out to the Austrian Jet fan. He is in for 1 as well. Okay, let's get to this injury report real quick. Dom, just saw your super chat. See you tomorrow on Tampa. Big guy, happy belated. Thank you, Dom. Looking forward to meeting you in person. Here's the injury report. I'm going to put it up on the screen here so everyone can see it. But real quick, I'm going to throw Samini's tweet up first, and then we could go through it because Samini kind of recapped everything. Michael Carter, full practice participant, so he should be good to go. Tony Adams, still up in the air. If he can't go, rookie Malachi Moore will get the start. Tristan Wirfs for the Bucs officially ruled out, so they are confirmed to be down. 3 starting offensive linemen. Here's the full injury report again. And look, the big one is Jermaine Johnson. Glenn ruled him out earlier today, so we knew that. But as far as the other names here, I mean, look, whether Tony Adams plays or not, that should not be the difference in this game. In fact, I wouldn't mind seeing Malachi Moore get some reps and get an opportunity. So all things considered, losing Jermaine a bummer, but everyone else I'm expecting to play and hopefully play well, and the Jets could get a win against a banged-up Bucs team on a short week.
Totally, Jake. Michael Carter is, again, one of those guys like Sherwood and Stevens who has not had a good start to this season. He needs to be better this week. He's going to be tested big time. Ibuka loves playing in the slot. Even though he's the number 2 receiver over there. So I'm sure he's going to be matched up against him one-on-one a bunch. I'm probably going to guess and see how does Sauce match up against Mike Evans a bunch. That's going to be a huge test for him. So the defense, again, man, it's all going to be about them and how they show up on Sunday. Glenn has to have these guys going. I'm looking at Quinnen Williams. Dude, you got paid years ago. It's time for you to show up. It's time for you to take over. Give me 1.5 sacks. Give me a couple quarterback hits. You gotta be the most dominant force on that line. That's the thing, Jake. Like, I love Q. I think he's a supremely talented guy, and I know he gets double teamed a lot, but he has to make an impact for this team to actually win. He has to make an impact. So I'm looking at Quinnen Williams. Make a play, man, and like. Can we please blitz Quincy Williams? Get that guy in the backfield. I'm telling you, man, he's ready to rock and roll. He's still flying around. Let him get after Baker and make him uncomfortable. Like, take advantage of that. Because, like, the Texans last week, they got 2 premier pass rushers in there. I mean, they got Hunter and they got Will Anderson. And those guys were getting after Baker. But Baker still was able to carve those guys up. So again, not an easy test this weekend. Like the Buccaneers are legit.
And think about it, though. They are legit, yet they needed game-winning drives in their first 2 games just to get the 2-0. If Houston gets off the field on a 4th and 10, and they, cover Baker Mayfield, he doesn't pick up 10 yards to move the chains, Houston has a win right now. The Jets benefited from a rare missed kick by the opposition, right? Boswell's 60-yarder is to the left. It'd be very easy for us as Jet fans to sit here and go, last week sucked, learn from it. It's an anomaly. The Bills are a Super Bowl team. The Jets got punked. They were believing they were better than what they were. All right, you're 1-1. Go split the 2 in Florida and be 2-2 through the first 4 weeks. Like, it could change quickly is my point. It's a week-to-week league, and I think there's a lot of things that the Jets could do to match up well with Tampa, but ultimately, your best players got to be your best players. You highlighted Quinnen. We need a big Will McDonald game on that defensive line. We need the linebackers that you highlighted to play well, and let's call out Sauce Gardner. You're the highest-paid corner in the league, man. I need you to shut down Mike Evans for the vast majority of the game when you're matched up against him. I mean, that's why they're paying him the big bucks. He did that against DK when matched up on him in week 1. Sauce was bad last week. Bills don't have a true number 1, so okay, fine. Well, Tampa does. So it's a big week for Sauce as well.
I totally agree, man. Sauce Gardner's got to be Darrelle Revis-like. Keep this guy to 3 catches for like 45 yards. That's it. No touchdowns. Like, do not let him be the big 3rd down target for Baker, because Baker loves going to Mike Evans downfield. He's going to keep targeting him downfield no matter what. No matter what the score of the game is, Baker's going to try and hit Mike Evans deep a lot. He loves airing it out to him because he knows he can go up there and get it. So Sauce is going to be tested. Play the ball in the air. Make a pick. Make a pick. Can we get an interception, Sauce? Like, just make an interception, please. Like, tip it up to the safety. Let him make a play. Like, there's going to be a couple plays, I feel like, where Sauce is going to be tested down the sideline. Can you make the play on the ball? Just make it happen. Like, that's all I'm asking for. Like, if you don't come up with the pick, at least come up with the pass deflection, and don't get so handsy with Mike Evans and holding and pass interference, because that's when you're going to get in trouble. And then you just know how it's going to happen, Jake. It's just going to snowball from there. One penalty and mistake after the other. And Michael Clemens, don't hit the quarterback. Don't even go near the quarterback.
Why is he still on this team, man? And the fact that he is seemingly because the guys behind him are somehow worse is a huge indictment on Glenn and Muji, because they either just neglected the position completely or they over-evaluated their own roster. They just figured, oh, Clemens, physically, he's great. The coaching staff prior had no idea what they were doing. Watch us fix him. And I think their hubris cost them week 1 with the Gibson decision when every fan knew he didn't belong on the team. And then obviously the Michael Clemens penalty, not the only reason why they lost last week, but a huge turning point early in that game.
Massive turning point. And look, this guy's got a previous track record of doing these dumb things. He's had a track record of having roughing the passer penalties, jumping on late piles. He's just an idiot. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's not a smart player. He makes dumb mistakes, and they should have known that. By the first time they watched tape on this guy, they should have known. And the tape doesn't lie. He doesn't make an impact whatsoever, Jake. He's not good against the run. He's not good in pass rusher situations. He doesn't make good reads when it's a read option quarterback. I've watched enough tape on him. I've watched almost every snap of him defensively this year. He's made zero impact. I put a stat out yesterday on the show. The Jets defense as a team defense, when Michael Clemens is on the field, they give up 6.8 yards per play on average. When he's not on the field, meaning when the Jets defense is playing any team this season, the 2 games, and he's not on the field, they only give up 3.7 yards per play. They give up almost over 3 yards more per play. Think about that. If I'm giving up 6.8 yards, almost 7 yards a play, 2 plays, they have a first down. That's Michael Clemens on the field. When he's not on the field, the defense plays better. They're only giving it 3.7 yards per play. And it's not a small sample size. It's like 50 plays to 60 plays. There's comparable stats there. So that's why I laugh when Eric Glenn, again, I really think I was hitting the nail on this when I said that yesterday. He's going to Aaron Boone, Anthony levels of defense to Michael Clemens because they thought they can coach him up before the season, and they didn't address the defensive end position, how thin at depth it was, right? They said, we'll stick with Michael Clemens at defensive end. He'll be the backup to Jermaine Johnson. He'll play in certain situational roles for us. He won't play more than 30 or 40% of the snaps, and he'll be a good special teamers for us. We don't have to rely on him playing more than 50% of the snaps. Now you're in this situation where Jermaine's coming off a serious injury. He's already banged up. Now Clemens has to play because you don't have much depth at that position, and you see how it's affected your team. He does not help them in the run or the pass. So if you're not helping us in those situations, What are you doing on the field then? That's my problem, man. 3 more yards per play when he's on the field. That's egregious. And I'm telling you, Aaron Glenn's not a dumb guy. He gets those same analytics that I'm looking at too. And he has to recognize we're getting killed when he's on the field.
Love the passion, man, because I've screamed about it all week. And when you're hearing Glenn defend it or pulled out, well, he's doing things that don't show up in the it's like, come on, man. I mean, we're watching the games. Gibson cost you a game week 1. Clemens' penalty last week was the most predictable thing to happen. And I thought we're holding everyone accountable, right? Clemens is back out there on the next drive. He's out there. He didn't miss any plays. He was right back out there.
Look, they put themselves in that situation again. Like you pointed out at the beginning of this, they said we're not going to address defensive end in either in the draft or free agency.
They did it in the draft with Tyler Barron. He came to be active on game day as a 5th-round pick. Great.
Like they chose not to seriously address this the depth at the defensive end position. And it took them until 1 week before the season to address the defensive tackle depth because they didn't have a defensive tackle besides Quinnen Williams. Then you went out and said, you know what, we need to make trade for two guys, Phillips and Briggs.
Those were his best moves.
Those were his best moves, right? Because you said that's a weakness for our team. I'm hoping they see the same thing, but the season's already started. You're not going to make a trade for a defensive end impact player unless you're willing to give up a really high quality pick, which they're not going to do because it's going to be their first real picks they want to own. So it's the arrogance, hubris, whatever you want to call it, of Glenn and Muji, where they thought they could go in and say, we can coach Michael Clemens up. He won't play as much as we think. I think that's short-sighted. You should have known that Jermaine was going to get hurt again, or he wasn't going to be able to be ready to go 100% of the snaps at the start, just because he is coming back with such a serious injury. And relying on a guy like Michael Clemens, who has character issues coming out of college, he hasn't proved himself whatsoever in the first couple of years of his career, and he's repeating the same mistakes we saw with Robert Saleh, who, mind you, is still a well-respected defensive coordinator and is killing it right now again, of course, in San Francisco. And he's got his boy Bryce Huff back again with Nick Bosa rushing the passer. They couldn't fix it. What makes you think you're going to fix it? Yeah, man, there's serious concern again about this defense with Steve Wilks. Wilks got fired from the 49ers after going to the Super Bowl, and they didn't win it against Mahomes. And they didn't like what he did there, even though they went to the Super Bowl. Think about that. A Super Bowl defensive coordinator got fired. And then they said, this is a guy who's now been two-time head coach. One time he took over as an interim, but has been two-time head coach, run out of both jobs, hasn't succeeded anywhere else as a defensive coordinator, was on the street last year, and you brought him in. I don't know, man, Jake. There's going to be more noise if this defense does not improve. There's just going to be more noise.
Yeah, it shouldn't be this bad defensively. The defense was supposed to carry the offense early on as the offense adjusts to a new system, more new players on that side of the ball. But I get it. New scheme for the defense too, but you have a lot of talent there. You got all pros at all 3 levels. It shouldn't be as bad as it's looked through the first 2 games. If you tuned in late, we have an awesome giveaway today. For the first time, we're going to give away a throwback Jets jersey. By the way, Ryan, doesn't it feel weird calling this a throwback, given that this is the jersey you and I grew up with and
it's the
most Jet
jersey.
fans watching? Come on, man. This is the jersey. This is a throwback now. It's unreal. But this is the throwback, according to NFL.com, Jets jersey. So we'll give away a Garrett Wilson jersey in the size of your choosing at the end of the show. If you enter the raffle like Bo C did, he gifted 5 channel memberships.
Thanks, Bo.
Bo knows.
Bo knows football. Bo knows baseball. Bo knows tennis. Bo knows basketball, too.
Bo knows channel memberships.
Got a membership from Bo. Thank him. Jetstream 1989 in the house. He checks in by gifting 5. Tom D says, I want the Garrett Wilson jersey. Anti-Beast Breaker Alliance in the building. How about that, Tom? Thanks for your support as always. JJ checks in. He's in the raffle for 2 with a $10 super chat here. A win this week over a banged-up TB team would be huge. If they win after they have a lot of winnable games other than Baltimore remaining, the Stars, especially Q, need to show up to get this W this week. If they win, every Jet fan's thinking, we could be 2-2. It could change quickly, but you have to get that first win. They should be 1-1 right now. They're not. They put themselves in this spot. It is on Aaron Glenn to rally his team and win a game that many don't think they can win. I think they can win, though. I think this is a tight game. In fact, I might actually pick the Jets. I picked against them the first 2 weeks. I have a weird feeling, though, about this game. This is a winnable game. We need the Todd Bowles letdown special. We saw it how many times with the Jets. I think the Jets could definitely win this game. They got to protect Tyrod. Defense needs to show up, But I think there's a lot of matchups that excite me if I'm a Jet fan. I'll be there, so they better win.
Man. Oh God, if they won this football game, I'd be so excited. Yeah. I think that the one thing, like, we keep hammering the defense, the offensively wise, can we get Braylon Allen involved more? Like, I know Brees was special week 1, no doubt. But like, Braylon Allen is very good, and we didn't stop hearing his name in training camp every single day. I feel like every day, Braylon Allen. And he just hasn't gotten the ball much in opportunities early on this season. I would love to see the Jets give him a full series, Jake, to start. Like, put him out there, let him get a couple carries, let him get a catch or two. Like, maybe put Brees out at slot wide receiver, because the Jets don't have a freaking second wide receiver or third wide receiver right now. The corpse of Alan Lazard is out there right now. I don't think that guy cares about football, and he's out there lining up, which again is another questionable move by Glenn and Muji. And that's where I get cracked up when fans go like, what'd you expect? They weren't going to make the playoffs. Like, it's like, guys, we knew the mistakes and the faults of this roster heading into the season. In the offseason, we said they didn't have a second receiver. We said they didn't have a defensive tackle. They didn't have defensive end depth. You know, like their safeties were weak. We notify these positions, and I get it. You're not going to be strong at every single position when you head into the season. But there were guys out there, and they had cap space. There were guys on the street you could have signed. Keenan Allen didn't sign until 2 weeks before the season started. You didn't want to bring him in? Look what he's doing with the Chargers right now. Like, we're not crazy, Jake. Like, there's defensive deficiencies. There's offensive deficiencies. You line them out, and they go, the Jets don't have a second receiver. It's Garrett Wilson and no one else. I don't trust Tyler Johnson and Alan Lazard to catch the freaking football. And you're relying on a rookie tight end and Jeremy, I can't catch a ball, Ruckert, to be the other tight end. Like, Brees Hall's our second wide receiver. There's something wrong there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice that you hear and the man that you see in the other box next to me is Ryan Sampson. Gangzo here, New York Jets podcast host with the New York Post. Him and Brian Costello and Frankie V do a great job. We will go through some over-unders for this game. Ryan, Frankie, and Kaz do it on their pod. I thought it'd be fun to have Ryan on and do it with him. So we will do that in a moment. Before we do that, though, let me talk about a brand new sponsor on the show, Hall of Fame Bets, HOF. This app is changing the way that you sports bet. It makes it easy for you to gain an edge when it comes to betting. That's why I've been using HOF, Hall of Fame, for a long time. It's basically like having a team of Ivy League stat nerds in your pocket, breaking down every number so you can make smarter plays. Smart bettors, they don't just go with gut feelings. They rely on data. That's exactly what Hall of Fame delivers. You guys have noticed I've been mentioning Tyrod Taylor's record against the spread this week. I've been mentioning Baker Mayfield not being good as a favorite in his career. This is some of the data that I'm getting directly from Hall of Fame. So I'm going to put on the screen right now a little in-app action on what you can expect from Hall of Fame bets. So take a look here. You'll see it on the screen. You get all your info. You get your breakdown. This is for the Thursday night game last night. So this is really cool. If you're someone who's always trying to put together a parlay, they have a parlay optimizer. So it lets you see which legs might bust your bet so you could adjust before kickoff. They crunch millions of data points instantly, whether it's a same game parlay or a money line pick. Hall of Fame does the same lifting. One click, you can send your bets straight from HOF into your sportsbook app. It saves time. It saves stress. Over 1 million users already trust HOF, Hall of Fame. It's rocking a 4.9 rating in the App Store. That's no accident. Right now, listeners of this show, the Asmaniacs, can get a 7-day free trial plus 50% off your first month. Just download the Hall of Fame app, HOF app, on the iOS App Store or the Android App Store, and use my code Asman at checkout for that 7-day free trial. Again, download Hall of Fame today, use code Asman, and start betting smarter. Shout out to Hall of Fame for being a brand new sponsor on the channel. Let's bring Ryan back on right now because I'm excited to go through little over-unders with you. So we'll go right from FanDuel. They are our official sports book on the show. And just like you guys do on your pod, Ryan.
Yes.
You to weigh in because you don't get the weigh in on the show. It's all
I do not.
Frankie. So we give you an opportunity now to do exactly that. So I'm screen sharing the FanDuel website and we'll let it rip. We'll start with player passing yards. Baker Mayfield over under 237.5 passing yards.
I would hammer the over on that one, Jake. I think he knows where he's going with the football. Brandon Stevens is a liability in coverage. Until he proves me wrong, I think Ibuka could probably have a monster day today. I do think Sauce does play well versus Mike Evans, but I think Baker throws for plenty of yards. I'd take the over on that one.
So you're going over on that. Now, worth noting, Emeka Ibuka is listed as questionable for the game. He did practice today, though. So
he practiced yesterday and today.
So I would lean with him probably being out there. Tyrod Taylor, his over-under number is set at 196.5. Would you go over or under on Tyrod's passing prop?
Feels like he'll hit just slightly over. I'm going to go over barely, like 200 passing yards for Tyrod tomorrow.
So he's going over. I'd go over too. That feels a little low because I feel like if they're trailing too, Ryan, they're going to have to play catch up. They're going to have to throw and make plays.
Don't be surprised when Brees gets like 20 plus carries again this Sunday.
Let's get to, you know what? You mentioned Brees. We'll skip ahead to rushing props, then we'll work our way back to the receiving props. We'll start with Brees because you mentioned him. Brees Hall, his rushing yards is set at 58.5. Would you go over or under on Brees?
I'm going to go under. He'll get 20 carries, but I don't know if it's going to be very effective. 20, go under. I think he'll probably finish like 48 or 52 or something like that.
Interesting. I'd lean over. I think Brees has a bounce back game.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Bucky Irving set at 70.5. Over, under on his rushing prop.
Over. Again, Sherwood, show up, man, because they're going to run the ball on you. They're going to try and run the ball on you. Make some plays. I take the over on that. Bucky's a hell of a talent, man. He's really good.
Braylon Allen, over, under 17.5. I feel like you almost have to play the over every week on this because we know that they want to feature him. They haven't yet.
Yeah.
But that's just one big run from Braylon Allen. He has an 18-yard run. You already hit the over on it.
How about this, Jake? Since I took the under on Brees, I'm taking the over on Braylon. Braylon gets a nice day on Sunday, maybe a touchdown actually for the Jets. I would go over on that. I could see him ending up with like 45, almost 50 yards rushing.
For what it's worth, FanDuel does offer player rushing attempts. Brees Hall set at 14.5. So based on your logic, Ryan, you'd take the over on Brees.
Take the over on Brees. I think he's going to get the ball a lot.
So Brees Hall over 14.5. You can get it at minus 114, which is a pretty good number if you agree with Ryan's analysis. Let's get to some receiving props now. We'll start with Brees here. Brees Hall over 23.5. You'll notice the Bucs odds aren't listed because of the uncertainty with their number 2 wide receiver in Ibuka, because that affects the numbers for a guy like Mike Evans if he's the only true bona fide weapon they got. So Brees is 23.5 over under his receiving yards.
Tyrod's going to hit him over. Oh.
Garrett Wilson, 64.5. This is a big over for me.
Under.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're going to be keying on Garrett. This is where you see the Bucs double him up and say, beat us with someone else. And I think Garrett will try, but I think he'll probably end up with like 50, 55 yards. Yeah.
I think he has a big game.
I hope so, man. That'd be great.
Mason Taylor over 21.5 yards.
Does he get the rookie tight end going?
Taylor to Taylor for his first career touchdown?
Now you're talking. All right, just because you said that, I'm giving the over.
Going over. Someone brought this up. If Mason Taylor next week scores his first touchdown against the Dolphins, and let's say it's Tyrod for another week, and you have Jason Taylor being shown on camera in jet skiers celebrating against the Dolphins, that might kill every Dolphin fan. So I'm kind of rooting for that moment.
It's like Inception for Taylor.
And then finally, Tyler Johnson on here, 20.5. Over, under.
Under.
Yeah, I probably couldn't bet that and feel good about it. Real quick, let's take a look at, let's see, do we have total receptions? We do. Brees Hall, total receptions, over, under 3.5.
Over.
Garrett Wilson, over, under 5.5.
Over.
So you think over on his receptions, but under on the yards?
I think it'll be a lot of short completions to Garrett. I don't think they can get it. I don't see him like completing like a 25-yard ball to Garrett.
Mason Taylor, over, under 2.5.
It's a good number. Under. Probably end up with like 2 catches.
Tyler Johnson, over, under 2.5.
Under.
Would probably go under with that as well. Real quick, I've been looking for the Hassan Reddick prop to get a sack because you know it's coming. I hate to say it, but you know he's going to get a sack. That's just how it goes being a Jet fan.
I heard his name on the broadcast last week, and I was like, oh, I forgot he's on the Bucs again.
Yeah, it's not available yet, but I keep checking.
They got Will McDonald on there?
No, they don't have the full defensive props yet. They usually wait till Saturday.
Say Quinnen Williams, I might take him for a sack. If they got him at half a sack, I'd take that.
I would like it, but as everyone can see, you have all the different props.
What's the anytime
FanDuel
touchdown scores here? What do we got here?
So this was what I wanted to do next with you before we wrap up here, Rye, because I love as a long shot bet. Is he even on here? Here, Arian Smith. He's so far down.
Oh,
Anytime touchdown is plus 1,000. And here's why I like the bet. I was at training camp this summer, and I saw Tyrod and Arian Smith have very good chemistry. We know Tyrod's not afraid to throw bombs downfield. He's not afraid to stand in there and take chances on the deep ball. All it takes is one explosive from Arian Smith. And I had a Bucs insider on my first show today saying that the Bucs corners are not great. So could Arian Smith score a touchdown plus 1,000 anytime odds? I don't hate that bet. So this is
Jake, sign me up
here
for that. I'm putting like $25 on that one right there.
I mean, you put 25 on it, Rye, at FanDuel
like
right now.
I think,
to win
right?
250. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Not
trust me.
bad.
I'm a gambler, Jake. You're speaking my language right now.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Arian Smith, that makes sense. Hey, listen, man, could he be the number 2 receiver? Just by default, because they can't throw to Allen Lazard, because I don't think he cares. You see what he did? Did you see what he did on the, I think it was second quarter? He's lined up on the left side, and the Bills are running the run blitz, and he doesn't even bother going after Tre'Davious White on the block. Like, he knows he's coming on the blitz. And that's another thing. Like, wide receivers can tell sometimes. You're supposed to signal, hey, he's coming. He's coming. And he does nothing to even try and block him. Like, why did they keep him? Why did they keep him? They restructured
He's such a
his
great
contract.
blocker, though. Oh, he's the best blocker to ever live. It's enough.
I think Aaron Glenn's finding out real fast that
you can't fix everyone.
You can't fix everyone. I couldn't have said it better myself. You can't fix everyone. And while Detroit probably was like a great culture set by Dan Campbell, and it started off really slow. I know he was right when he said that. It was really bad and ugly to start for the Lions. They brought in Jared Goff. It wasn't pretty. They had to build their entire offense out, and they had to acquire a lot of talent. But this Jets team has way more talent than that Lions team did when he first started there with Dan Campbell. And that's why I'm discouraged, and that's why I'm upset. But again, Jake, everything can be reset. Like you said, litmus test for them this week. Just show up and please be competitive. Give them a chance in the fourth quarter to actually win a football game. If they surprise and shock everyone and upset a lot of people in their survivor pools, that'd be great. Because I know a lot of people are picking the Buccaneers this weekend. But just go out there, man, and be competitive and give your team a chance to win. I'll be happy in the post-game show with Frankie. We'll break it all down. And I know you'll be happy if they're actually competitive, give them a chance, because then you're like, you know what? They responded to Aaron Glenn's messaging then. They're actually responding, and they're playing better. But if they don't, then we know we got some serious cultural issues in this locker room right now. And you probably don't have the leadership that you thought you did.
That is a major concern if they get blown out, right? If they're non-competitive again. Because that tells me the coach's messaging is not reaching the team if that happens 2 straight games.
Could not agree more, man. And don't tell us we're overreacting. We've seen plenty of product on the field where we can tell when a team is really bad and when a team just doesn't want to play for its coach. So, yeah, that's not what I want to see. Just be competitive, man. Just be in the game. Be in the game. That's well said, Ryan. A couple super chats for you that we'll let you run. Ladies and gentlemen, JJ checks in. Actually, I already read that one. Sorry. Mickey checks in, says Gibson and Clemens blew game 1 and 2. Now Tony Adams and Lazard will blow the next 2 games to keep the trend of our fans knowing more than the coaches. That's how it feels, Mickey. I mean, we laugh because we don't want to cry, but well said. JT says, on my way to Baltimore. Let's go Yanks. Let's go Jets. Hey, Ryan's a fellow Yankee fan too. Man.
If you're a Yankee fan, by the way, everyone, make sure you check out Ryan's podcast, Pinstripe Pod with Joel Sherman. They do a great job breaking down the Yankees every week. It's a must listen for me, part of my podcast rotation during baseball season. So definitely check that out. Bucs, Rays, Bolts. Jake Asman, you're the best. Hope for a good game. Bucs, Rays, Bolts. Thank you.
You're Jake Adam. You're the best.
I'm assuming he meant Asman. Because at first I was like, is my guest named Adam? I thought his name was Ryan, but I'm like, I think he means Asman. I'm going to go with that. Peg and Artie in the raffle for 2. They're on their way to Tampa. See you guys tonight or tomorrow. Henny is on ice. Peg and Artie, you have my word. We will rip Henny shots at Gaspar's tomorrow. All right? Anything is possible.
Don't get too banged up before the game, Jake. You got to be in good shape, man. It's going to be hot out there.
90 degrees at kickoff.
You got some sunblock on? I hope so.
I might go bucket hat, man. SPF 1000. I mean, you know how it goes.
Yes. Irish can't do it. I'm Irish. I can't do it either, man.
Doug checks in. I think he's a Yankee fan too. He says, 2 Yanks fans, please explain how Judge is MVP.
Oh, I would love to tell you how this goes, man. Let me tell you something, Jake.
Look at every number.
Yeah. Look at every statistical number. Aaron Judge is having arguably one of the greatest right-handed bat seasons in the history of baseball for a right-handed hitter. Like, I forgot who put the stat out there too. If you took away like 100 points from Judge's OPS, he would be Cal Raleigh. If you took away 100 points from Cal Raleigh's OPS, he'd be like a below average player. Like, it's just, it's not just about the home runs and ribbies. Because if it was, Judge would have won the MVP like he should have his rookie year instead of Jose Altuve, where he was robbed of an MVP.
Yeah, average seemed to matter then, but now it doesn't matter anymore when Judge is hitting.
He's going to win a batting title. It's the first time Judge will ever win a batting title. Think about that. Guy's hit 48 home runs, and he's going to win a batting title of high 329, almost 330. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I hate that there's like this Judge fatigue. No, man. There's one guy who's clearly the best player in baseball. It's Aaron Judge. He has been all year. He's missed some time, but he's still having an insane year. Yeah, the only way I think Cal Raleigh wins the MVP, and I mean this, Jake, is if he breaks Judge's home run record somehow in the next 9 games.
To me, it's just like, come on now. He's first in average. He's first in on base. He's first in slugging. He's first in OPS. He's first in every WAR statistic. That also accounts for the fact that Raleigh's amazing. I'm not trying to discredit him.
Nope.
You know, him having the year he's having as a catcher, a switch hitting catcher is unbelievable. But the baseball nerds, you know, the John Heymans and the Joel Shermans and all these guys that are the ones who vote, they use WAR as the end-all be-all, and Judge clears them in both WAR stats that matter. So he should be the MVP. Yeah,
the argument that he's a catcher and doing all this, look.
That's factored into the WAR, by the way.
Yeah, also true. And the other thing is go look back. I think it's 2021. Salvador Perez actually has a better statistical season than Shohei Ohtani, and they still gave it to Ohtani because he pitched and hit. So, like, there's just, you know, or sorry, he didn't have best because he had more home runs and ribbies than Shohei Ohtani. And he was a catcher, Salvi Perez, and he didn't win the MVP, and Ohtani won it. So, like, why did it work for Ohtani? And now all of a sudden it's like Judge because he's going up against Cal Raleigh, who's a switch hitter, and he's broken the record for catcher home runs in a season. He's broken the record for switch hitter home runs in a season. It's like, okay, but Aaron Judge is having one of the greatest right-handed batter seasons in MLB history. Look at that. That's the one. If you dropped his OPS by 180 points, it'd be average. If you dropped Aaron Judge's by 180 points, he'd be Cal Raleigh. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's having one of the great 4-year runs ever. Paul Hembo, who's
I just retweeted that.
I mean, he has the numbers, like the top 5 peak seasons among right-handed hitters over like several seasons. And it's Josh Gibson from 1937 to 43, Roger Hornsby from 20 to 25, Aaron Judge 22 to 25, Albert Pujols 2003 to 2010, and Frank Thomas 91 to 97 as far as the peak level production using like the stats that people seem to care the most about these days, WAR, OPS. It's no longer about just average and RBIs and home runs.
I just fear that there's way too many writers out there that just like hate the Yankees and hate.
It's Judge fatigue too. It's like why LeBron and Jordan didn't win the MVP every year.
It's crazy to me, man. Like,
I think Judge is going to win it, though. If you look at the betting odds, he's still a significant favorite.
I hope so, man. But these writers, you know how, like, look, Jeter wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer, right? Like, because one guy decided not to vote. Like, that's how it happens sometimes. These guys just get arrogant because, you know, they're holier than thou. And also, let's not forget, the Yankees have a better record than the Mariners. And if they finish with a better record than the Mariners, then why the hell shouldn't Aaron Judge finish with MVP? Like,
amen.
You take Aaron Judge off this Yankees team, they're one of the worst baseball teams. It's not even close.
I love it. We even got a little Yankee talk in here, Ryan. Well done, sir.
Fired up, Jake.
I love it. Well, hopefully next time we talk, the Jets have a win, and you get to do a happy post-game show with Kaz and with Frankie.
I appreciate you, Jake. Have fun in Tampa. Happy belated birthday. Big 3-0, I know. That's a fun one. Don't get too banged up tomorrow night, and let's get a Jets win. Bring one back home for us, bud, all right?
Let's go. Ryan Sampson checking in. Gang's all here. New York Post, Pinstripe Pod, if you're a Yankee fan as well. Ladies and gentlemen, couple super chats, and then we're going to debut a brand new segment we'll do on every Friday show. And I think the Asmaniac community is going to love this one because if there's anything I know about my audience, they love the Jets. They also love food, and they love the 4 percenters. So we're going to be able to combine all that into one, which is going to be outstanding. But first, Daz, super chat in the raffle for 2. Get me in for the raffle. Anti-Beast Alliance in the house. Mark my words. 1 and 2 after Sunday. Beast, lose some weight. Your gravitational pull is going to cause a tsunami, I swear. Interesting commentary there from Daz. Thank you, Daz. Tom D says, I'm taking the over on the Beast line set at 450.5 pounds. Real quick, let me check in with Beast and confirm whether or not that is true. Beast, is that true?
That's all bullshit. And you know what? Crybabies want to be crybabies. You know what? Someone once said these words. Haters gonna hate, and players is just gonna be players. You know what? I'm the pimp, and these are my hoes. You know what? And in the words of Richie, just like a pimp says to his hoes, kiss my big, big ass. Woo!
Beast, thank you for really moving the conversation forward there. Spencer Green checks in. Super chat. What's the line on Braylon Allen? 2+ touchdowns. I could check for you, Spencer, but I got a show to do here. But thank you. I'm sure it'd be plus significant. So if you think he's getting 2 touchdowns, bet it. Especially because you're going to be in Tampa with us. Jetstream says, just place my $25 bet for anytime touchdown for Arian Smith. Let's go, boys. Love that. Look at plus 1,000. That's good odds, right? Put $5 on it, and that's a good, nice take-home pay. So there's opportunities there for some of these long shot bets. I mean, Jeremy Ruckert finally scored a touchdown. If you put $5 on FanDuel last week on Jeremy Ruckert anytime touchdown, you would have won $85. Finally scored a touchdown. How about that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a brand new segment. It's a segment that we're calling, get ready for this. You ready? Bites and breakdowns.
Olive oil sports, she's the queen of the line. Football and flavor, she's cooking up hot. You love the Jets, you'll love her too. She's got a touchdown recipe just for you.
Ariel Nash joins us. She started a YouTube channel and an Instagram page and a TikTok where she gets breakdowns on the Jets. She's a fanatical, crazy, diehard Jet fan, and she's very optimistic somehow, which is incredible, despite all the pain. And she also eats and evaluates and grades a different food item associated with the team that the Jets are playing that week. So, Ariel, I want the backstory, how you put it together, and then give people a little background on what you did for week 1 and week 2 when the Jets played the Steelers and the Bills from a food standpoint.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you for having me on the show. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so for Steelers, what I did, one, yes, huge diehard New York Jet fan. Dad's from Long Island, passed it down to me, and now here I am combining my favorite things, football and food. So for the Steelers, what I did, I made like a makeshift pre-Manti sub because I live in Arizona, so you can't get pre-Mantis here. So I went to Jimmy John's, and then the Five Guys next door stuffed some fries into my sandwich. That prediction did not go as planned. I said it was going to be a very low-scoring game, and then
Everyone did. You're not alone.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that was great, and then we still lost. So I was like, awesome, great. Then for Buffalo, I went to B-Dubs, got the 6 classic Buffalo wings, really just completely insulted the Buffalo's defense, was like, guys, there's no way we don't win this. And then that was horrendously embarrassing. So that was fun. But then for Tampa, I did a grouper sandwich, classic, iconic, and I got to do it with a local restaurant here at Wicked Seafood and Meat. So I got to combine the community, local, football, and I got my grouper sandwich right here.
So a seafood style sandwich, is that so? When you were researching Tampa food cuisine, that was the biggest thing that popped up?
Yes, I looked up like most iconic like dishes, and it's like the coastal like whole fish, specifically grouper. So I literally called up so many places here because the grouper hard to come by in Arizona. And they were like, all right, we got you. Chef Nicole made me one like on the spot. I was like, amazing.
Shout out to Chef Nicole then. Can you show off the sandwich? Can we see what we got here?
Yeah, I literally ate one on Wednesday. I put it all together for you, and I'm very excited. It was literally like the best sandwich I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. So now I have it, and it's like all the remoulade. So good.
Love that. All right. So what did you think of last week's debacle? Because you were picking the Jets to win. You pick them every week. We know you're the most optimistic Jet fan. How do we feel about this game on Sunday? Are you still optimistic, or are you down like my last guest Ryan was, who was the biggest Aaron Glenn guy? Now 2 games in, he was very alarmed.
I mean, I wasn't like panicking. Like I was at work, right? Because I work for the Cardinals doing like their game days. So I'm out there and all I hear is like Justin Fields fumbled. And I was like, all right, so that's how that's going to go. And then I came home, watched the whole game. I'm not panicking. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think if this is like the week to beat the Bucs, as we all know, like this is the week because their whole line like completely decimated. And I'm like, all right, defense, we're a good defense. Like we can show up. So I do love Baker. I have a hard time rooting against him. Obviously not this week, but I mean, they didn't win by that, like 2 just game-winning drives last 2 weeks. So I'm like, if we just let them not do that, yeah, I think we can win a close game.
So the Jets can win they better win. I'm going to be there, Ariel. I can't deal with another loss.
I think, no, I mean, no, I definitely think that they like can win. I'm trying to like level myself here. I'm expecting like a win in the column, but I'm not trying to like get super depressed if they lose, but I don't think they're going to lose. It's going to be fine. Sauce is going to have a good game. Mike Evans, he's going to be out. It's fine. We're
right,
good.
Break it down for us, then. How do the Jets win in your perfect scenario? How do they pull this one off?
Okay, well, I feel like first week when we shut down the run game, like Steelers, not that great of a run game. Then James Cook. Next week, elite. I feel like this is a good, like, even mix. Like, even with Jermaine out, if they shut down Bucky Irving quick, then, you know, pressure Baker, make him throw some. He wishes he could take back. I feel like we can do it. Igbuka is really good, but they don't have Godwin or McMillan right now. So I'm like, I feel like if we play, like, we're a good defense. So, like, if we just play, like, the defense that we are and not what was shown last week or the week before, honestly, because they still put up, like, 30-plus points, we can do it. Their whole line just completely shifted. Like, it's not even, like, the Bucs right now, basically. So, I'm like, if we can't capitalize on this, I'm not doubting Baker, but I'm like, what are we doing? Like, we're a good football team. We can do that.
And did you feel, I mean, I know the answer to this because I watched the first 2 videos you put. You were very optimistic about this Jets team. So nothing has deterred you 2 games, and you're still very positive. You believe they're going to get the win Sunday, and the season's going to start to turn around. I do. I feel like last week, it didn't, like, stress me out that much because I was just like, what are we doing? Like, this is not us. So I'm like, okay, one and done. Move it out of the way. But that's the problem. What if that is the Jets? That's all they've been. No, that was a solid game. Literally the amount of, like smack that I've talked to so many people about Justin Fields being an elite quarterback is like too high to like let this go down. I mean, I'm high on Tyrod Taylor too. That's gonna be a good game. I feel like I can't have that be the actual Jets. Like I picked them to win 7 games. I don't think that they're gonna like win the Super Bowl this year, obviously, but like no one thinks that. They're not that team. Like there's just like no way. I'm coaching them up right now. I'm like, guys, that's not you. I love it. All right, so you're going to be doing this every week.
Doing it every week.
Have you picked out the food for every opponent the Jets have on the schedule, or do you do it by the week?
No, everything color coordinated in the notebook. I have it all written down. I don't remember everything. I think I have it off the top of my head. Next week, I'm not doing a Cuban sandwich for Miami. I'm doing plantains to try to switch it up to not be so basic with the sandwiches. So I feel like it's going to be good. At least I can like look forward to eating good food if the Jets kind of like make me sad again this year, but I don't think they will.
Olive Oil Sport is the name of the YouTube channel. Yes. Why is it called Olive Oil Sport and not like Ariel Nash eats and talks about the Jets or something like that?
Yeah, no. So like I literally created the name Olive Oil Sport like 3-4 years ago. I don't even remember. Yeah, that's me. There we go. Like as a burner Twitter account, because I like don't have any social media myself and I just wanted to like look up Jet stuff. The day I created my Twitter, I forget who Sauce Gardner was talking with, but there was like this whole like beef going on. And I was like, Twitter's awesome. So literally that's how it all started. And then anytime I wanted a burner account, I was just like Olive Oil Sport because I was like obsessed with olive oil at the time. And I love the sport of football. I don't really care about that many other sports. So I was like, there we go.
The chat is going crazy. People love the optimism. Dylan writes in, we appreciate her optimism. Derek wants to know, where in Arizona are you based?
I live in Scottsdale right now, but I'm from New York. I'm from upstate New York in Albany. Dad's side's from Long Island. I'm here. It's hot. It's good,
though. 3 Civic says a true Jet fan. Multiple people saying, calm your freaky down to Beast and Bobby Midnight. That is definitely well said. We got to vet these comments here, Ariel. I got to be careful with you on the line. Let's see. All right. I don't think I missed anything there. So you're going to be doing this every week. And we're going to have you on to kind of recap what you posted on your channel and kind of check in as we're making our way through the season here. Because you say you're the most optimistic Jet fan. I believe you so far. We're really going to put that to the test if they are absolutely horrendous on Sunday, which I don't think they will be.
It's not going to be horrendous. There's literally no way. You're going to see me upset then. Like there's literally no way.
So if people want to subscribe, is YouTube the best platform or where is the best place for people who want to follow along?
Yeah, YouTube, Olive Oil Sport. That's where I post like my main videos. They like keep getting longer with my rants, so I need to like reel it back. They're going to be shorter. Don't worry. So yeah, YouTube's great. Instagram is oliveoil.sport. TikTok, same Olive Oil Sport. So wherever, I don't care. I just like talking about the Jets and eating good food. So I'm like, if you want to support me, amazing. Thank you.
What a concept. And shout out to a couple listeners who first reached out to me and said, you got to check out her content. She'd be perfect for the show. That's how it happened.
Gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm so glad people like it. I mean, there's literally nothing better than food and football in the New York Jets. So come on.
Usually the food is probably better than the Jets, but I see what you're trying to do.
You know what? Let me try to get a little optimistic here. It's fine.
I love it. If you can make me more positive, fantastic. Now, the chat is dying for you to give a Jet chant before we let you run, Ariel. Do you have it in you?
Do I have it in me? Yeah. All right. Jets, Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ariel Nash, Olive Oil Sport, Bites and Breakdown, a weekly segment during our Football Friday show.
Olive Oil Sport, she's the queen of the line. Football and flavor, she's cooking up hot. You love the Jets, you'll love her too. She's got a touchdown recipe just for you.
Love it. Great first appearance there from Ariel. Go subscribe to her channel. She only had like 31 subs on YouTube. Let's go. We'll get her a bunch right now. I'll even put the link in the live chat for people to make it easy. So go subscribe. She'll be coming on with us throughout the season. I think it'll be fun on a Friday as we're done breaking down the same old matchups or whatever, something a little different for the show. Hey, let's get to this super chat here from JR Jet. Happy belated birthday, Jake. I don't drink, but have a shot on me. JR, you're the man. He is in the raffle for 10. What's the prize today if you're tuning in late? It is a throwback Garrett Wilson jersey. That's right. We have never given away any of the quote-unquote throwbacks, which still feels weird to say given the fact that for my entire life, these were basically the primary jerseys that the Jets wore. But we will give this jersey away to a lucky listener at the end of the show. JR, you're the man. Appreciate you. This is for you. And happy birthday to Fireman Ed. Today's his birthday. So September 19th, he was born. Also, happy birthday to my teammate at ESPN New York, the number one pick in the 2000 NHL draft, Rick DiPietro. Turns 44 years old today. So happy birthday to Rick. A lot of September birthdays. Fireman Ed, Rick DiPietro, myself. Rick Pitino's birthday was yesterday. Bruce Beck. A lot of birthdays over the last couple of days here. Let's see. Spencer Green says, by God, Bobby Midnight. By God, Beastbreaker. By God, Gary, Tom D, and Daz GTFO. Incredible. Spencer, never change, man. Are you coming to Tampa? Did you confirm if you got the flight and you bought tickets yet? I want to meet Spencer Green, the Asmaniac's favorite law student. I want to meet this man. Unreal. Open phone lines for those who want to get in. Last chance to get in on the show today. And last chance to get in on the show until the post game on Sunday. I'll be posting a ton of behind-the-scenes content from our party tomorrow and all the behind-the-scenes stuff happening in Tampa and our tailgate Sunday. If you join Patreon, you gain access to my Discord. That's where the vast majority of the content will be. So go to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show if you want to be a part of it. And I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out our most recent Patreon subscribers, because we've had a couple of them that have signed up of late. Thank you to Jay, Ponce, and Ryle. He recently joined the Patreon, which is fantastic. Also, I want to shout out Brian Shopsis, Gary K. Jr., and Ross Blanco. All three of those guys signed up for the year, which means they save 15% in the process by doing exactly that. Let's get to more of your calls now, shall we? Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is where we stay, and we welcome on the man who was voted the best caller as far as having the best takes day in, day out, Kyle Clifton. Kyle, why is it I can't hear you? Doesn't say your mic's muted, but we can't hear you. This is unfortunate. It's great to see your backdrop. The Kyle Clifton call, of course. We can't hear you. Call back, Kyle. Reset your StreamYard, and we'll see if we can get you back on, because that's unfortunate. I was looking forward to a little Kyle Clifton call. In the meantime, let's head to the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline, and let's say hello to this guy.
Well, you know, I have my own YouTube show. If I'm awake, I'm going live. Unless Jake has a show, I'm Bobby.
Hello, Jake. That girl is very smart in the sports, you know.
She knows her stuff, right?
Yes, and the food, you know, that was very good.
I know. Who doesn't love food and football?
That's a surprise you gave us. You never told us this.
No, a brand new segment.
Yeah, you surprised everybody.
I think people are going to enjoy it.
And who said calm my freaky down?
There were multiple people in the chat saying, calm your freaky down, Bobby.
I didn't do anything. Do you see what I didn't do anything? Did I
don't know. I'm just telling you what people were saying.
I know, but I didn't go crazy. Let me on to talk to, like I did with Carly that time. No.
And Amanda as well. You did the all caps thing to her.
Oh, well, no. I apologize for that.
Now, is your internet crap or is your camera just disgusting and needs to be wiped down?
I don't know. How's that better?
That's your internet.
No, I think it's my camera. Yeah, so we're doing good. You doing good, Jake?
I'm doing well. Hey, Jack wants to know when was the last time you took a shower?
Yes, this morning, Jack. When was the last time you took a shower?
Yeah, Jack. When did you shower last?
Yeah, I would like to know that.
Hey, Spencer says, Bobby, by God, midnight. I subbed to your YouTube. What time is your show?
It's 7 o'clock tonight.
Bobby, midnight. A Friday. You're working on a Friday, Bob?
Yeah, I got to start doing stuff. I'm getting positive now. Talk to everybody. I talked to a lot of friends I have. So.
What else is on your mind?
And they encourage me. Yep. I think the Jets have a very good chance of winning because Jets defense could go after those linemen that are not, starting. So you said 3 are out, right?
3 starting offensive linemen are, in fact, out.
That's not good for Tampa Bay if the Jets could get them. And you got, I agree with that guy. You got to get rid of Clemens. He's just nothing. I don't know why they even keep him for.
He's smelly, as you would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I can't wait till October 19th to see you again.
You too, Bob.
That will be awesome. I get to walk into the stadium this time.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be moving and grooving. I
don't have to use that wheelchair.
They might confuse you for a player. They're going to be like, why is this guy in the stands? Shouldn't he be on the field?
No, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one. I like that one. Well, it was nice talking to you today. I was on 2 shows of yours. That's good.
It's a rarity these days, Bob.
Well, the summer is different than the fall and the winter, Fall and the winter, it sucks of Vermont. Nothing to do. Cold. So I'll come on more often.
All right, Bob. You have a good day, all right?
Yeah, you too. Have a good trip to Florida.
I will.
Yeah. What airport you going at? Newark?
No.
Oh, LaGuardia.
No.
Oh, JFK.
Third time's the charm. Bobby Midnight, everybody.
Well, you know I have my own YouTube show. If I'm awake, I'm going live. Ballistic has a show. Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Woodruff. Okay. Couple super chats, and then we're going to get back to your calls. A reminder, we are giving away this Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the stream here. Ralphie checks in. He says, I just flew down to Tampa today. Hot as hell here. The weather will probably be a factor in the game. If we can wear the Bucs with a three-headed running attack, will probably affected our tailgates too. It's going to be hot, man. It's going to be like 90 at kickoff. The Jets, I think, have to run the ball effectively. You're going to see a lot of rotations, I think, of linemen on the defensive side. You know, you're gonna need to stay hydrated. That's big. You know, the Bucs are wearing the white throwback jerseys. Jets are in their green jerseys, white pants. So let's see. I do think the weather's a factor, but you know, it was hot this week too. And the Jets were practicing outside. And it's so early in the year, it's not like the Jets haven't practiced in like scorching hot temps this summer. So they'll be all right. The Bucs were in domes their first 2 weeks too, by the way. Keep that in mind. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Hit the like button. Speaking of jerseys, I'm being told that our next caller wants to show off a jersey that was won on this very show.
Purple belt wife, she's the dark knight. She has a lazy husband who forgets to clean potatoes. Maybe someday she'll get some help, but now she's just a purple belt wife. Purple belt wife, she might not be purple, but she can kick her husband's ass.
I have stage fright because Mike just ditched me.
PBW. Let's go. You're rocking the Big Q jersey. It came in quick.
Big Q.
It looks great. You feel good? You're excited to wear it Sunday as the Jets get a win?
Yes, to the first part. To the latter part, I'm not sure if they will.
Well, let's get a view here. So we're going to the Panthers game, so she'll rock it. Oh,
Let's go.
Look
Big
at that.
Q
Fresh
fan.
with her tags and everything. Yeah, big Q fan. Hopefully you get the sack tomorrow, and we get a sack during the Panthers game. She wants off the camera. But, yeah. We're about to eat dinner. She just picked it up. So, love our Jet stuff. She's walking away from the camera, being camera shy.
Is there anything better than a wife showing off a football jersey? PBM, you got to be feeling great right now.
Yeah, I love it.
That's your woman right there.
Yeah, she's got a sauce jersey, too.
Tremendous.
Look at Mallory's collar while we're over here.
We got to get her a dog jersey next. I love it.
She won't wear it, but you see the collar? Jets?
I do see. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
also, great question from Jaden. Can PBW do the Quinnen Williams dance, the sack celebration? You're going to have to show her. Does she know what it is?
Just like that. She's like, I don't know how to do it. It's like he moves his arms like this.
I think you gotta be.
I'll demonstrate. You ready?
She said you gotta be a big boy to do that. She's not wrong.
No, you gotta go like this. You gotta do the Quinnen Williams. You know, you gotta go like that. That's the Quinnen Williams.
Ready?
No.
She said no.
Come on, PBW. We need it. We need it.
We need it. We win. We win if we get it. Ready?
Mike, I'll give you 5 raffle tickets.
A video of him doing it.
All right.
5 raffle tickets if she does the Quinnen dance.
Okay.
She said, all right. Can you come back to us in 2 minutes? She wants to watch the video quick.
All right, she's gonna prepare, and then we'll get 5 raffle tickets if she does the Quinnen dance.
Yeah, I'll message you in the chat that we're ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
We are giving you quite the show today, folks.
We are mama way.
Oh yeah. Where else are you getting this type of content, folks? Unbelievable what we're doing around here. Unreal. We're gonna get the debut of PBW going full Quinnen in a Quinnen jersey. By the way, Spencer Green says he's working on coming to Tampa. He's waiting to hear from the dog sitter now. All right, you better be there, Spencer. You better be there. There's no excuse. No excuse at all. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is a caller that is beloved in this community. And for the first time, he now has his own brand new intro.
Holy shit, look at that beard! He has a beard, he's the man. Ain't no Santa Claus. Papa Jet loves the Jets. He's one handsome son of a bitch. It's Papa Jet.
Papa Jet, unmute your mic and tell us how you feel about that intro.
That was a surprise, Jake.
Well, there you go. Surprise, surprise.
I kind of look better in there, I think. I think Gator did a good job. As far as this week, Jake, I think after this weekend, I think the glass is still going to be half full or half empty, because I think no matter what, if we win, a lot of the fans will be saying, well, of course, you should have won with all the injuries. And if we lose, I hate to see what Monday's show is going to be like, but I don't have much, Jake. Just hoping, praying for a safe trip for all the Asmaniacs that are going down there. And I hope some bonds are formed or bonds get stronger. And I can't wait for the Panther game for the same reasons. And Jake, I can't find Nick's because he's in charge of the tailgate for the Panthers. I know he posted something in Discord or your Discord, but I can't find it because I still got
I'm going to resend it this week because there's a price adjustment to it. So we're going to have the updated info this week. Once I get through Tampa, I'm going to start focusing on getting everything set for the Panther game next month.
Okay, awesome. And thanks for putting me on before PBW does her dance, because I wouldn't have been able to follow it. But one more thing, Jake. And I know this is before your time, but when Tampa was an expansion team, they lost like their first 26 games. And if you YouTube John McKay, because he was the coach, there is like on the sidelines in it, there is so many funny one-liners. But the best one was a reporter asked him after the game, after a loss, how do you feel about your team's execution? And he said, I'm all for it.
And Brian Kelly a couple of years ago tried to recreate that moment, but he screwed it up slightly and people misinterpreted what he was trying to do. So I know the quote very well. Yep.
Yeah, he's got some other good ones, but
you're the man, Papa. And your
thanks.
new intro is a Gator creation, but shout out to the Human Fund because he reached out to Gator on Discord with the idea behind it. And Gator used a couple ideas that the Human Fund suggested to make it all happen.
Holy shit, look at that beard! He has a beard, he's the man. Ain't no Santa Claus. Papa Jet loves the Jets. He's one handsome son of a bitch. It's Papa Jet.
Shout out to Gator and the Human Fund for the collab there for Papa Jet. Love that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told that PBW is ready to go full Quinnen Williams. So before I even play normally the PBW intro, I'm going to bypass that to instead play a different drop just to get out in front of what I think could be coming in the chat section on the program.
Calm your freaky down.
PBW, let's
right.
see the big Q dance.
You're going to be on in 3, 2, 1. Quinnen gets the sack. Oh, Baker goes down.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Jets are winning Sunday now. Quinnen Williams, game of his life. Let's go. Let's go.
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
Amazing. Shout out to PBW. Chelsea, you're awesome. Well done. Well done, Mike. That jersey got there quick. I think I ordered that thing last week. Usually it's like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Eli said she should have tackled him and then did the dance. Oh, I like that. Next week. Next week, she sacks PBM and then does the Quinnen dance. Oh, God. All right. We got a lot of people on hold here. So let's get to your calls. I'm going to go right back to Kyle Clifton because we tried to go to him. We couldn't hear him. Kyle, can we hear you? No, we can't hear you, Kyle. What's happening here? Let me bring on my tech guy. Beast, what do you think you should do?
Restart the computer and then do a whole restart. You should just do a Control, Alt, and Delete, then reboot everything, and then He should come back within the next 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much to Beast and Kyle there. Great insight. More calls, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we got the heavy hitters on the line here. Ricky NY, a Tampa resident, is next.
Ricky, New York is my name. Florida State is my game. My internet sucks, call it Jake. When it's time to smoke and debate. The New York Jets are gonna win. My team since I was a kid. My New York Jets are gonna win. I'm Ricky, New York. Don't forget that. Florida State bitches. New York Jets. We got this shit. It's time to win, baby. Win. Can't wait.
Hey, how you doing, Jake?
What's up, Ricky?
I have a question for you. Are you planning to do a raffle Saturday night when we're doing our meetup?
There is a raffle that is planned. The Jet Fan Club is putting it together. I'm contributing a couple signed items to it, including a signed football by Vinny Testaverde and Wayne Corbett. I wanted to do something Jets Bucs theme, so the items I have are all related to something Jet Bucs storyline. Everyone, of course, remembers the famous flashlight game in 2000, the Curtis Martin touchdown pass to Wayne Corbett in their first game against Keyshawn. So we have a Vinny and Wayne signed football. I'm bringing an Anthony Beck signed jersey and a couple other items that will be among a bunch of other prizes and just straight up cash. That's going to be raffled away on Saturday. All right, did we lose Ricky?
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring you the Joe Klecko signed helmet that I got on this show, and if I can find it, I'm gonna try to bring you Braylon Edwards jersey that's signed as well, and I'll donate those two items to your raffle.
Oh, that's awesome, Ricky. You don't have to do that, though. We appreciate that. That's awesome.
No, more than happy. You know, a little extra bonus for the people that showed up for it. It's going to be a good time. I woke up. I think I'm finally over whatever kind of cold I had. I feel much better today. Thank God. I'm ready for this weekend and ready to pull off that upset win. So,
Ricky, let's get a dub,
go
man.
Jets.
Let's go. That was peak Ricky internet there. We were battling through that delay, but we got through it. What a guy Ricky is. Yeah, we got some great items. I know the Marty Lyons Foundation is helping out with this raffle, too. We got them involved. So it's going to be awesome. For those who missed it, Earl Christie, Super Bowl III champ, will be in the building tomorrow. Fireman Ed, Will Parkinson, Robbie Sabo, who just texted me. He goes, dude, it was your birthday this week? I'm like, yesterday. All right. On that note, let's get to more of your calls, shall we? A lot of people want to see another member of this community do the Quinnen Williams dance, but something tells me the reaction might be a little more mixed than the overwhelming positive reaction to PBW's Quinnen sack dance reenactment.
It's the way.
Give us the Quinnen, Beast. Give us the big Q.
Hey, my big Q will. I want to see the big Q, but the big. Where am I? What do you see? 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 Oh, you don't see nothing, do you? You see nothing? What do you see there?
I don't really know what you're doing there.
Little surprise action.
How about just give us a Quinnen Williams sack dance?
Hey, my legs are not ready for that yet. These legs ain't ready yet. Haven't even
You literally
warmed
just
up.
got to lift your arms and then sway back and forth. You really use that blubber of yours. You have another giant zucchini? Okay. Pretend it's a football. All right, you want to do a touchdown dance? Hey,
No zucchini,
hey, you're
this is
Brees
a
Hall.
cucumber.
You just scored a touchdown. Do a touchdown celebration.
How about we just do a little?
Well, how about you? We can't see you, Beast. Your attic is too dark. Put some lights on and move your mic that does nothing but get in the way every time you get up.
How about we first do a little John Wayne. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Hit me. Yeah. Yeah, baby. I'm not gonna waste my time on other shit that doesn't make any sense.
I've seen a lot of weird things that man has done. I have no idea what he was trying to do with that last one. Ladies and gentlemen, Daz wants to weigh in on what he just watched. Hey, Daz.
Yeah, how's it going?
What did you think of that performance?
It was unbelievable. I thought he looked like a mime.
Is that the sauce jersey that you won in the raffle?
Yes, well, it's calling in for. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Love it.
Yeah, got that on. So, yeah, thanks a lot for that. All came good. But, yeah.
You got it, Des. Thanks for supporting the show.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing with that zucchini. Why is it still in his room?
It's a cucumber, you dummy.
Anything's a cucumber for you, mate.
It's a cucumber, you freaking donkey. You don't know the difference between a cucumber and zucchini? Oh my God! This is how dumb you are. I look at you now. You basically can't even make 6 main courses. You can't even search your salami faga. You can't even make scrambled egg. You can't even make bacon. You can't even do anything. Yeah, look at you now. I got the perfect name for you. You're a commie.
Your accent's horrendous, Beast.
You're completely
It's absolutely
a commie.
fucking awful, isn't it?
You're another one a commie. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, make sure get your pink slip and find something else better to do because you basically can't cook. You cannot cook.
Hey, the anti-Beast Alliance is forming, Beast. Are you concerned?
I personally don't give a rat's ass. It's like,
right,
go
though,
on. Go on. I'm waiting. Come on. Go on. Oh, got nothing to say, do you? Then thank you. Thank you for wasting my time.
I don't know what you want me to say, mate.
Well, thank you. How about get back on your line and go make a Wellington if you know how to make it. Idiot. What a freaking Muppet.
He just loves food. He so loves food.
Like I gas right now.
Well, Daz, I appreciate you calling in. I'm glad that the UK NFL shop came through with the sauce jersey.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Thanks a lot for sending it.
And let's get a win Sunday, all right? Are you going to be rocking that watching the game?
No, I'm not wearing this one. I'm wearing this for the London game.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they win that one too. That'll be big.
They will do. 1 and 2 this week, 2 and 2 next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes, the great Daz in the UK. We'll stay local for this next call, shall we? Barbarossa's next. Hello, Barbarossa.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Friday to everybody. Cheers to all the Asmaniacs that got through the week. I was sick in the beginning of this week, too. It seems like a lot of us are getting over something. But, glad
we watched the Jets on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what it was. Everyone's immune system just was down for like 48 hours. It was terrible. But first thing, I hope you guys all have fun in Tampa. Safe flight. I hope you guys have a great time. The second thing is a Jets point. If our defensive coordinator, if Wilkes can't strategize for the fact that they have 3 offensive linemen out, including like the best tackle or one of the best tackles in the game, this guy's walking home from Florida. Like we can't be doing this. We have to beat them. We have to blitz them. We have to get a lot of sacks and we got to get turnovers.
They need to win the turnover battle. They're going to win the game.
Like it's just,
or at least be even in it. Like you can't, because like last week they had no chance. Like the turnover battle, like it really probably wouldn't have mattered. But the Fields fumble early on, I mean, set the Bills up with a free 3 points right there and turns 7-0, which it shouldn't have been 7-0 in the first place. Thanks, Michael Clemens, in the 10-0. And like, well, you're not built to come from behind. Like that's not your team. You don't have the talent of Buffalo, of Baltimore. You don't have a quarterback like Baker. You have a very thin margin for error. So you got to be well coached and you got to create opportunities. You're 100% right with that.
Yeah, like those two mistakes, the Clemens penalty and the fumble, like set the tone for the rest of the game. And there's just we couldn't come back from that. And it's just we have to, like you said, set the tone. But like the defense has to show up, or I really do. I'm not gonna have any faith in this defense for the rest of the year. If they can't play well against an offensive line that's like depleted, I really just don't know what to say. Like I just don't know what to say. I don't know what the hell Beats was doing in there. It looked like a baton show with the cucumber thing. He looked like he was like flipping it around at the head of the parade. I think that would be a funny video if somebody wants to get up on that. But I don't know what the hell that was. I think that was one of his weaker calls. But like they can't all be touchdowns. So it is.
Nobody
what it
bats
is.
1,000.
Exactly. Not even
Yeah.
Aaron Judge, which brings me to the next point. I don't know how that guy wouldn't be MVP is beyond me. He's if he hits close to 50 home runs, batting 330, like that's unreal.
He's going to win the MVP.
He's first in average, fourth or fifth in home runs or something like that, and like seventh or eighth in RBIs. I mean, how he couldn't win it'd be egregious. Really, it would. He's incredible. He's a lifetime generational talent, and we're lucky to see him. The man deserves all the accolades. All the accolades. And the Jets deserve a goddamn win on Sunday. Jets, Jets. Cheers, y'all.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Barbarossa nailing it. Let's get that dub.
Hello? You play to win the game.
We're playing to win, baby. Ricky NY, he says, upset win incoming, LFG Jets. Ricky, from your lips to God's ears. Will the third time be the charm for Kyle Clifton? We find out right now. Hello, Kyle.
It's not my fault, I promise.
Hey.
It must have been something with the AirPods because I'm off them now, so it seems to be working okay.
Hey, I got good news for you too, by the way.
What's that?
I just got an email as I'm on the phone with you here that your Joe Klecko jersey that you won, it is expected to be delivered by Sunday. So you're going to get a signed Klecko jersey this weekend, Mr. Clifton.
I'm very excited. I have to find additional wall space in my office for all this stuff. But I've got quite the collection now of Hall of Famers and the only Jet to be the head coach as well in Aaron Glenn, and plus my signed Don Maynard photo. So I have quite a little office I'm developing in there. Thanks,
Love
Steve.
that.
I appreciate it. But to Barbarossa's point about Judge, just think about where he came from. Like, he's down. I mean, we knew it wasn't sustainable, but like for the first 2 or 3 months of the season, we thought we were going to see one of the greatest seasons of all time. And we're still seeing, like an epic, typical Judge season, 50 home runs, 1,000 OPS type stuff. The guy deserves his flowers. And to return to the Jets, like you and Ryan were touching on it, I think one of the super chatters talked about it. The guys that they paid need to step up because it is really crunch time right now. If we go to 0-3, it's not a good thing. So Quinnen, Sauce for sure has got to play up to the back of his football card, as they say. And I expect that Garrett will play better without Fields throwing the ball 2 feet behind him. Last week was an abomination from Fields, and I expect that when he gets back healthy, we won't. I'm hoping we won't see so much of that. Is your flight tonight, Jake?
My flight is tomorrow morning.
Okay. It's a very exciting time. There's nothing like being a young man about to set out on a Jets away trip.
Well, unfortunately, I've yet to see them win on a Jets away trip the last 3 years. So I'm hoping this time is the difference maker.
So I was there in 2009, and I think they kind of won in a laugher. It was around Christmas time.
Do you remember who started at quarterback for the Jets that game?
I don't.
Kellen Clemens.
Yes, I think it was. But I remember we were singing Christmas carols near the ship. And
that's where the Asmaniacs are sitting, right next to the ship.
Yeah, and it was a large contingent, larger than usual. There was maybe like 40, 50 guys on that trip. So
we're taking over the ship. Christopher asked earlier, are we going to be at the ship? We're crashing that ship, baby. We're going to fire the cannons at the Bucs.
I hope Gaspars knows what they're in for. I appreciate your patience with my technology issues, Jake.
Kyle, you're the man. Great call as always. Andrew C says, shout out to all the traveling Jet fans. Travel safe as maniacs. Bring us home a win and safe travels. Obviously, I think you guys are nuts for doing it, but I love the commitment. Well, we had these plans made a while ago, right? I was hoping they were going to be 1-1. I knew the worst case, they'd be 0-2. So the season is still on, even though people are trying to tell me it's tank season. The 2 games in. Chris Boswell's kick is wide left. They're 1-1 right now. You got to play better, though. There's no excuse to get blown out. Find a way to get it done. I think they will. I picked against the Jets the first 2 games. I'm picking them to win Sunday. They win a close one. I want to say 24-23. It's going to be tight. I'm picking the Jets for the first time this year. A weird feeling about it. I don't know. Green Gang says, Jake, I don't care who's out for them. We need to handle our own business and get a win. Also, Beast, seek help. Strong take there from Green Gang. Spencer Green says, Kyle, cut the being nice. Tell Jake that the Jets need to elect to kick ass LFG. Let's get a win. Spencer, that's what we need. And I feel better about the Jets' chances today than I did yesterday because PBW gave us a performance for the ages.
Quinnen gets the sack. Oh, Baker goes down.
Get ready for the Quinnen Williams game on Sunday, folks. Get ready.
Quinnen gets the sack. Oh, Baker goes down.
It's all happening. Reminder, this week's top raffle prizes featured a signed football by Darrelle Revis, a signed Sauce Gardner football, a signed Wayne Corbett football, and coming up shortly, so get your raffle entries in. Last chance to do so. We're giving away a signed, or excuse me, not a signed, but we're giving away a throwback G5 jersey. So your chance to win a throwback. By the way, final point on the Aaron Judge MVP talk we've had during the show. I just saw this graphic online. Enough said. The Judge is going to win. Rally only has him beat in home runs and RBIs, and that to me is more of a byproduct of the fact Judge missed time. Riley's a great player. He's having an all-time season. Let's not have, voter fatigue or just accept what Judge is doing as the norm. He's having a historic great season for any right-handed hitter of all time. So for those who don't know what WRC plus is, if you have a 100 WRC plus, that means you're an average player. Anything above that means you're above average. Anything below that means you're below an average baseball player. And this accounts for the ballpark you play in. This accounts for the position you play, all your defense. Everything's taken into account with that number. That's why the nerds love this stat, WAR, and WRC plus. And Judge is 201, which means he's twice the average baseball player. Riley's 160. So a Judge will win the award. Robin Boy enters the raffle for 2. Thank you, Robin. The last win Joe Namath had as a Jet was in 76 and versus Tampa in the creamsicle uniforms. Traveling as maniacs, safe travels. Jets win 23-22. Let's go. I like the Jets 24-23, Robin. 24-23, Jets win Sunday. Picking the Jets for the first time all year. Don't make me look like an ass, Aaron Glenn. Don't make me look like an ass. Sean never makes me look like an ass. Hello, Sean.
What up, Jake? How you doing?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I pretty much predicted a similar score with Jets winning 24-19. But, I felt that, within my bones for some reason, when I first even, heard they were playing. I don't know. Maybe it's like a fallacy, the mind. But I still think they pretty much. I know I feel a wind coming on. because I feel Aaron is going to get these boys like, dude, we can't go 0-3. We got to do this, man.
Well,
and they're going to come out with their hair on fire, you know?
That's what we need, Sean Fitzpatrick. That's what we need.
Sean Fitzpatrick. I like that, Sean Fitzpatrick. But yeah, so I think it's gonna happen, man. I think we're gonna win this. If I'm wrong, I'm another one of those idiots that are wearing those emerald glasses. But I don't know. I think we can win this. I'm with JJ, man. JJ being out, man.
It's tough
Why?
because they got 3 guys on their O-line out. They lost Kalijah Cansey for the season on their defensive line. Like, they got injuries, man. It's no excuse. The Jets, they have talent. They need to be coached and put in spots to have a chance. I think Tyrod will give them a competent start at quarterback. And can they run the ball effectively? Can they protect Tyrod? I think the offense will be fine. Nick Folk, I trust. I need the defense to show up. Sauce. Take Mike Evans out of the game. Linebackers, Sherwood, Quincy, play like you guys are supposed to play. Quinnen, let's go, man. Need a big Quinnen game. Need a big Will McDonald game. Like, your best players got to be your best players. They haven't been the first 2 games of the year.
And I think Baker Mayfield's going to make some mistakes for some reason this game. He's going to throw 2 intos. Like, I just feel it, man. I don't know. But he's not going to take, because he's like looking over us. But oh man, we need a win, man. And I feel like this is it, man. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be like just so disappointed. But because we're gonna go into Miami, right? And man, Miami's gonna need a win because I think they're gonna be on what? Yeah, they'll be 0-4 if they don't. Wait a minute.
Miami would be 0-4, correct?
Yeah, 0-4. Yeah, I was right the first time. Yeah, so they don't want to go 0-4. So man, so rough. But yeah, and I think that Glenn will have these boys on top, like fired up, ready to game win. I think the preparation is right. I think they'll be ready, and I think be ready to fucking shoot at a cannon and go. And I believe this. So,
ladies and gentlemen, Sean, if you believe, I believe. All right.
All right.
Give it up for Sean, everyone. He believes. Hit the Jet chant. Hey, now, the Dream. Andrew C. Are you kidding me, Dream? $100 bomb.
Quinnen gets the sack. Oh, Baker goes down.
Let's go. Andrew C. $100 super chat says, Jake, get a few rounds for the Asmaniacs on me, man. Drinks on the Dream tomorrow at gas bars. Let's go.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
The Dream is now in the raffle for 20 with this super chat. How about that? A $100 bomb from the Dream. We love it. He also has a chance on Tuesday to win a signed football by Wayne Corbett, Sauce Gardner, and the GOAT, Darrell Revis. Let's go, Dream. I'm fired up now. The Jets can't lose. We got too many Asmaniacs in the building. The Dream. Unbelievable. What a moment in time. Hey, Beast, what do you think about the Dream?
Yeah, I was not pulling up. Well, we're gonna get high, baby. Nobody gives a shit.
Thank you for not answering my question. Andrew C., you are the man, my friend, and we got you down in the raffle. Making sure I didn't miss any memberships here. Last chance to get in. Last show until post-game Saturday. Gator says, Dream so drunk he meant to hit $10. Dream, if you're out there, you want to call in, man, please do. Call in line is pinned. We love you, Dream. We also love this guy. He loves the Jets. He's a Jetaholic. Jetaholic, what do you got?
Love it. First off, I want to say Jake and the Asmaniacs have a great time tomorrow and at the game on Sunday. Let's hope it actually ends with a win this time. I would love to be there, but unfortunately I couldn't make it happen. I just got too much going on. But I'll definitely be watching the game. And I hope I don't see you guys on the screen since you're next to the ship, because that means the Bucs scored if they're showing the ship, right?
If the Bucs score, they play the ship, they fire the cannons. I mean, and then they also they also play it. Someone said after field goals too, which I think is kind of lame. It should be just for touchdowns, but yeah, they play it anytime they score.
Yeah. And first off, too, Neil, you better hump that damn jersey.
He didn't do it last week. Look what happened.
Exactly, Neil, you better do it, or we're never gonna let you hear the end of it. I would do it. Also, too, I usually listen to Bart and Carlin too. And Carlin was saying basically like what Tyrod is, and he thinks you have to go back to Fields even though he's not a Fields guy. Like I don't understand. Or maybe it wasn't Carlin. It was either Carlin or Costello, because I listened to their show too. But one
Did
of
you
them
watch
was
Bart
saying,
and Carlin on YouTube?
no, I usually listen on the podcast version on my phone while I'm at work.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Um,
look, I understand the argument. Oh, you want to see what you have in Fields, but like, let's be real. We kind of already know for the most part. And
Yep.
Tyrod's going to get hurt eventually. So just ride the hot hand and see if you can get some wins here before you end up going back to Fields anyway. I think they would go
Yeah.
back to Fields, but if Tyrod looks great, and look, hopefully we get to have this debate next week, because if he's okay and they lose, it's going to be Fields' job when he's cleared from the protocol. But
Yep.
if he's awesome and they win, let Tyrod play against the Dolphins next Monday. I don't see the issue.
I agree. Now that I think about it, I think it was Costello, because I think Bart and Carlin were saying you kind of already know what Fields is. So why not just ride the hot hand like you said and let Tyrod play? If we win, and he plays really well. Like if we win a stinker 13-10, okay, go back to Fields, whatever. But if Tyrod plays pretty well or balls out, like this team needs to win games, because if they go 0-3, shit's just gonna keep spiraling and spiraling out of control, and we're gonna look like a freaking circus again, and we really don't want that. Like
Completely agree.
our veteran players aren't gonna want to be here. They need to start winning some games and putting a good product on the field. And then I do listen to a lot of Jets content, Jake, but this is the best show by far, and this is the only one that I call into just because of you and the community. Like you guys are awesome. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't call into any show. Yeah, you guys are the reason I call in. Like I normally wasn't the kind of person that would, but the show and community is just so awesome. And may the Jets be with you. Have a fun time at the game.
Jetaholic, you're the man. Hopefully I can meet you in person soon. Great call. Love that. We do have, look, this fan base is the best in sports. I think the Asmaniac community is as good as any community for any team out there, regardless of sport. This community is the best. All different ages, genders, backgrounds, all parts of the world. Unreal. We support each other when there's a need for that. You know, the recent example of what happened with Lane's dad, and we raised $4,000 in 5 days. You know, we did the Marty Lyons charity event. We raised a couple $100 in a show for Marty that day. We did the show. Like, this community's the best. Gator says, love that. May the Jets be with you always, even when they suck. So always is key. Our guy Dominic checks in. You all have fun this weekend. I'll live vicariously through the Asmaniacs. I'm going to be sending Dom a lot of stuff to be posting across our socials. Don's been helping me out with that the last week, doing a great job. So if you want to follow along, at Jake Asman on Instagram, at Jake Asman Show Instagram. Make sure you check out at Jake Asman Show on TikTok. Make sure you check out at Jake Asman and at Jake Asman Show on X. NYC to SRQ. He'll be in Tampa. He lives down in Florida, baby. This weekend's going to be epic. I have a really good feeling about the game. You and the rest of the Asmaniacs will be in the house. Gasper is going to be lit Saturday night, and the tailgate party is going to be fire. Reminder, tailgate starts at 9 a.m. The flyer said 10, starts at 9. We get an extra hour of partying. It's going to be epic. So get ready. All right. Last chance to get in our raffle. We'll do one more call. I was going to do the raffle now, but Frankie L called in. So, Frankie, let it rip. And he's gone. He couldn't let it rip. Come on, Frankie. Someone else calling. I need a closer. Beast is off right now. He's like, Yankees are rolled as Chapman. I can't go to him. All right. He's like Devin Williams for most of the year. Need a different closer. Dylan says, just got a haircut officially the weekend. Might not sleep before my flight. Dylan Terraman, haircut. Love it. I got mine the other day, but it's 90 degrees and sunny. I'll be wearing a hat the entire time. I am not burning. Jetstream says, love this group. Y'all the real MVPs. Jetstream, you're the man. Big Will says, if we could stay away from fumbles, we win. Fields' fumble started the downslide against the Bills. Gibson did us in Pittsburgh. Well, if you think about it, Clemens really started it, but I see your point. Fields fumbling immediately made things terrible. Spencer says, close it out with Beast. Use these for him for some raffle entries. Wow. Beast Breaker in the raffle now for 2 because of Spencer. Unreal. Beast, what do you say to Spencer?
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, it's time for the main event.
No, it's not time for the main event. Thank the man who just gave you 2 raffle tickets.
In the words of the great Sledgehammer,
just say thank you.
Muchos el estrella. Gracias.
You can't even say the words thank you. Moron. Frankie, go ahead. Do we hear you?
Hey, Jake. We're in Tampa right now. We're going to be seeing you this weekend.
Oh, love it, Frankie. Love it. I love everything about this call besides your hat, but I'll let it slide.
Hey. Don't go there, man. I'm from Long Island, but I'm a Rangers fan, all right? So I'm from the area.
I'll let it slide.
I just want to say happy early birthday. Happy late birthday, actually. Excuse me. I'm happy to be excited to see you, bro. Safe travels. We'll see you soon. This is my boy. We'll be going to the game together. We'll be right by the pirate ship. So
Love it.
we'll definitely
you guys
see you.
there.
He's a Bucs fan.
Are you coming
All
to
right,
Gas?
take it easy,
tomorrow,
bro.
Frankie?
Birthday. Oh, yes, sir.
All right. I'll see you there. All right. Gonna be a blast.
All right. Yep. See ya.
Frankie L checking in down in Tampa. Love it. He's playing golf right now. Gotta be sweating. All right. Couple more calls potentially here. We're going to try Michael because he just sent us a super chat. He's NYC to SRQ. He's down in Florida. What's up, Mike? Unmute your mic.
There we go. Here's my mic. Yeah, straight from Liquid Ranch, hanging out there. So I just want to let everybody know who's coming down. All right. I'm not sure everyone's aware, but FanDuel, DraftKings, they don't work down here in Florida. The only app to bet on is the Hard Rock. So just keep in mind, if everyone wants to come down here, make sure you place your bets before you get down here if you have FanDuel or DraftKings.
You mean if they have FanDuel because they sponsor the show?
Yeah. So yep. So yeah, I wish FanDuel was down here, but Hard Rock got a monopoly. So they're the only app that you can use to gamble down here in Florida. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna bet before you leave to Florida, because once you're in Florida, you won't be able to log into FanDuel or DraftKings or any other betting app.
Love it. Good advice there, Michael.
Yep. Just want to let everybody know that. All right. Safe travels, everybody. I'll see you guys on Saturday, and I'll see you at the tailgate party on Sunday, and I'll be at the game as well. So looking forward to it, and I will be wearing my favorite personality on the Zach Asman show, Mr. Beastmaker. So Beast Breaker.
Did you say Zach Asman show?
No, the Jake Asman show.
I was going to say Zach's my brother.
No. Jake Asman. Jake Asman. So I got my Invisalign on, so I probably can't.
No, you're all good.
All right, so I just want to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on with the betting apps. So just in case, make sure you make your bets before you leave New York, New Jersey. All right, safe travels, everybody.
Michael,
and I'll see you down here.
You're the man. Appreciate you.
Quinnen gets the sack. Oh, Baker goes down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Couple things that need to be done. One, I must remind you, this is your last chance to enter the Garrett Wilson Jersey Raffle. And 2, I want to talk about another sponsor on our show, 1v1 Me. Because if you're a sports fan, which I know you are, if you're watching this. Sports, it's all about competition. Every snap, every possession, every clutch moment, it matters. That same energy is what 1v1me brings to video games. Every single day, you can watch and stake on matchups in Madden, NBA 2K, FC, Call of Duty Search and Destroy. All the games are streamed live. Every match has refs, and the payouts are instant. And these aren't just random online lobbies. They are the best players in the scene. Pros, streamers, and rivals with season playoffs and championship games on the line. Every game matters. Over 100 million has already been paid out on the app, and the community is growing fast. If you're a sports fan, a gamer, or just someone who loves having a little extra on the line, 1v1me is where you need to be. It's not just about winning. It's about bragging rights, too. Every match has a chat going crazy, and you can back your pick in real time. Download today and use code ASMAN. Your first stake on the app is risk-free. That's code ASMAN for a risk-free stake. Shout out to 1v1me. Download the app. There's a link to directly do it in the description for the video you're watching. All right. We have two options here. We could go back to Beast, or we could go back to Bobby Midnight. Chat right in who you want today's closer to be before the Asmaniac raffle. Beastbreaker or Midnight. Bill says, Jake, safe travels to the great state of Florida. Go Jets. Love Florida. But I've never been to Tampa. I've always tried to go for Yankee spring training. It's never worked out yet. But excited to go for the Jets here. Bill, you're in the raffle for 2. Tom D. I see Tom just gifted or sent in a super chat. He says, get me in for a couple more. Tom, you're in, baby. You are in. All right, let me see what the chat is saying here. Do they want? Gator says, I vote for putting on a ham sandwich. Spencer Green says, put them on at the same time. Barbarossa, Bobby, Jetstream, Midnight. Brian says, just end the show. Tom D. Bobby running away. The overwhelming amount of people want Robert Woodruff to be on the program. Overwhelming. Bobby Midnight running away with it. And I listen to the people. It's time.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Thank you, everybody, for voting for me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jake. I'm the closer today.
You are.
Special. Well, you asked for a closer, so it came in, and you said you didn't want Beast.
Well, then Michael called in, and we went to him.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you wanted him. I'm sorry.
I wanted the new caller, but I see what you did.
I misunderstood.
That's okay. You're on the show now. It worked. It paid off.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody who voted. I appreciate it.
Did you have anything to add, or you just called in for more airtime?
No, I just want you to have a safe trip. I hope you party your heart out down there.
Thank you, Bob. Gator wants to know, did you brush your tooth today?
3 teeth, yeah. Yeah, 3, 2, 4, 5. Yeah. I think I gotta get what's that, Naviva? They help you get teeth. Naviva. They help you get teeth. New teeth, not the old. Not like dentures. That's what is that called?
Strong praise from Tom D. He just called you the Mariano Rivera of Asmaniac closers.
Oh, thank you very much. I thought it was the other guy that we haven't heard for a long time.
Yeah, my dad actually asked me where Cheats fans where he's been, and I said, I don't know. My dad's like, he could be in jail. I go, he might be.
I don't know. I don't know.
Also, are you talking about veneers, Bobby?
No, it's called implants. Implants.
Okay.
How's your dad doing? Tell him I said hi. Is he coming to the game?
He's not.
Oh,
come on, Bob, bring it. You're Mariano Rivera. Give us some cutters here. Tom D's calling for it.
Oh, give you some cutters.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The cutters are. I don't know. You put me on the spot right there.
Also, you cleaned your camera. What happened there?
Yeah. Did it work?
You look much cleaner, less blurry.
Yeah, I think it was like, I don't know what was. I don't know. It was something. I rubbed it off. I rubbed it off. But I got my lights to work on top. See how bright it is now?
Oh yeah, you figured out how to put light bulbs on in your apartment?
No. They put new light bulbs in mine, right? And they didn't charge me. The old people were going to charge me, the old management, right?
Mhm.
They were going to charge me for the old lights. Oh, no, I'm not getting that. I had my 2 lamps, you know. So during inspection, they came over and then they said, oh, we'll put them in for free. And then we got new bulbs.
I see.
Yeah, so this is going to be better for the winter for me, definitely.
You think so?
Because it's much lighter, see?
This is the best we've seen from you in forever. We actually could see you.
Yeah, I know. Usually you have that light over there and the one that, you know, we had the show on the other day. Remember? With Andrew. Was it Andrew? Was it? No. Brains was it with. Remember the kid?
Brandon Pockris, yes.
Yeah, remember my tilted tilted. Oh god, the tilted lamp. Oh, that was a crazy show, remember?
Oh yeah, absolutely
Put it
wild.
on my leg. Remember, he said, "Oh, what's going on?" I put it on my
Spencer
leg.
Green says, Bobby, tell the Jets elect to kick ass.
I know. Let's go. I thought, what's it called, Mister? Our coach should kick their ass. Yeah, wake up, smell the
Hey,
coffee.
give me a Jet chant so I can move on to this raffle and be done with my week here.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. You need your rest. Jets, Jets. How's
Now
that?
give me a job chant.
Oh yeah, job.
No.
Oh, wait,
J-O-B.
J-O-B. Job.
Let's go. Positive vibes. I need it again louder.
Oh yeah, J-O-B. Job. How's that?
J-O-B, job.
Excellent job, Bobby Midnight. All right, folks. You waited long enough. Let's spin the wheel of champion.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Someone's going to win a G5 throwback jersey. If you win, you have to email me your name, your address, and the size you want the jersey in. It's that simple. If you don't do that, well, you're shit out of luck because I don't know where to send it. Again, thanks to everyone who supports these things. We couldn't do it without you. You guys are the greatest community to ever live. Imagine if this team was good someday. But they're going to be good on Sunday. The Jets are winning. The first time all year, I'm actually picking the Jets to win. Believe that? All right, folks. One spin to decide who wins. Good luck to all. And if you don't win, you automatically are entered in the weekly raffle on Tuesday. Here we go. The winner is... No way. Austrian Jets fan. Are you kidding me? Wow. All right. This is going to be a complicated process here. I got to first order the Garrett jersey and then get it sent to you, AJF. But congratulations. You're the winner. And he won with, I think, one entry. That's it. He was the first to do it at 411. Once again, we've seen this a lot. The first person in show to gift a membership, they have better odds of winning somehow. Doesn't matter if you gift 10, 20, or 1. If you're the first to gift at the beginning of the show, when the show starts, you have great odds to win. Austrian Jet fan. Hell yeah, man. Shout out to you. Congratulations. On that note, that does it for me. Wow. I'm surprised he won. That's awesome. Good for him. Give him a Jet chant real quick. Come on now. You know what? Even better. Give him a little PBW QW.
Quinnen gets the sack. Oh, Baker goes down.
Yeah. Love it. All right. Thanks to everyone who joined. Big thank you to Ryan and to Ariel for guest starring. Fun Friday show. Difficult week talking about this team, but we got through it again. Looking forward to seeing a ton of you tomorrow and Sunday. The plan is to be live after the game Sunday for the post game. It will not start immediately after because I'm at the game. So give me an hour to get back to the hotel and we'll go live as quickly as possible. I'm flying out Monday morning and I purposely didn't book a flight late Sunday night so I could stay and do a long post game show and break it all down and don't have to cut it off early to catch a plane or something. So let's get a win Sunday, folks. That's it. It's the only thing that matters. If you're coming, join the Patreon. If you're not already in there, get in the Discord. You'll see there's a tab for all the info for Tampa meetups that are both public and private. So if you want to be a part of that, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Jets are winning Sunday, and we'll break it all down on the post game. Until then, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my Instagram and Twitter for updates throughout the weekend. JETS, 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 Jets. Let's go.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
B-Mac, look at my new hat. B-Mac, I'm a Steelers fan now. Women hate my douche face. Now I'm such a fraud. I'd eat Rodgers' poop right from the source before he wipes.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.